and take my rest period. I don't sleep. I hate those little slices of death.
It's a sea.
It's an ocean with waves and currents.
The ocean of the underworld.
Some earthquake before the beginning of history cracked wide open the great sea, and through the fissures poured this. The fissures closed again. No map ever recorded the Sotnuse motion. I so christened it while you were asleep.
It's the prerogative of the discoverer. I congratulate you.
Well, ain't it just the prerogative of the discoverer to name these things? Congratulations on naming that underground ocean, you whippersnapper. All right, I'm going to attempt to open this beer here before I do the intro, because I have to use a non-sanctioned beer opening device. There we go. Cheers, everybody. Welcome to episode 282 of Nick the Rat Radio. We are coming to you. This is January, March, April, May 12th. I don't even know it. I don't know a day, year. I don't even know where I am right now. Actually, truthfully, yeah, it says right on my clock, right on my desk, right here. It says 5/12. It doesn't say 2021, but it does say that on my calendar of the sexiest rats of 2020. And trust me, there was a lot of sexy rats in 2020. That counts a keeper. I am drinking a Fat Tire because they came out with that advertisement where they were making a scorched earth beer. I think the regular Fat Tire tastes kind of like scorched earth as well. You can look that up on your own time if you want. I think it was Fat Tire. Yeah. Diane, what's the show on tonight? We have to dig to tonight, everybody. We're digging to the bottom of the barrel. I really usually we have shows planned out, but tonight we didn't really have a show planned out, so we had to actually just go through what we had in storage, which is actually a barrel. And at the bottom of it, there was a couple of cassette tapes that we have. That actually, hold on one second over here. It's not the Bigfoot Mayo interviews. I think that was last week. Tonight we have a... Diane, what is it again? We have the first recording in history ever. Hold on a second. Let me write this down. First recording ever. I think that's like the first recording ever. We have tonight on Nick the Rat Radio. This is like what we usually don't do. We usually have something planned, something special, but tonight, we just slap something together, and it's the first recording ever made in the history of the planet, and it's never been heard before. Well, sorry about that. We heard it in the sewer before. It was. Should I tell them the history of it now? Yeah, okay, yeah. The first actual recording device was a phonograph. I think it might have been Italian because whenever I say it, I want to use my hands. But it's a phonograph. But before that, that's the first recorded one, and it would record vibrations in the air, and they weren't able to play it back. There was a prophonograph by do we have his name? Jacob Crouton? What? Jack Crouton? Oh, I don't really know much about the history of this. We're just digging this up right now. This is just a completely random happening tonight. But we also do have tonight, other than The first recording ever. We have a pornograph. Phonograph. Phonograph. We have news. We have phone calls. There are people already calling. If you're calling right now, you could leave a voicemail. We're not accepting live calls right now, but I see. Oh man, there's gonna be a lot of voicemail. Diane, can you start to pick up the calls and talk to people maybe so they don't get upset? All right, we're gonna have. If you call now, you could actually talk to Diane. She might actually answer the phone for you. We're gonna open the phone lines a little bit later. I think we have some gas blast, some other stuff too. You never really know what you're gonna get on Nick the Rat Radio. Well, one thing you definitely know you're gonna get is music. So we're just gonna start off with that. We got a sweet and sick with Saturn. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat Radio. I hope you're having a great week, a great day, great hour, a great minute, great second, great now, great is. Servo, for all you do. So it's 11:11 on my alien clock, everybody. So make a wish. And that's apparently what you're supposed to do. some shit. I don't know. Why do you have to wait till 11:11 to make a wish? Why not just wish all the time? Every moment of life is pretty goddamn magical. Not just the 11s, the 10s, the 9s, the 8s, even the bits in between those, like the 8.5s, 8 in the 11:33. I love waking up at 8:88 in the morning. The world is, as you can see right behind me, completely unraveling. I see a family over here or something, a group of people, and I don't know what that has to do with was, but just I don't know what the hell is going on here. Is there like a jam circle happening behind me? I don't know, I got a live camera from New York City going on. If you want to tune in, they're doing it. Oh my god! Hold on one second here. That's embarrassing. That. There's a lot of stuff that happens in reality. It's like, oh, you're just having a fun time, but it's kind of just embarrassing. I wonder who's making these people act like monkeys on the street. Like, hey, let's dance. Let's do. What are they selling? What are they selling? God damn it! All right. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Great Unraveling. The past week or so, I think the unraveling is happening at exponential rates. I'm actually a little worried. I'm thinking about maybe I don't know, putting up like tinfoil on the walls or something thicker, maybe some steel or archerite. Maybe I'll line the walls of the sewer with that because things are going crazy lately. Middle East is going insane right now. I think there's missiles and bombs going off and drones and in America there's gas vanishing from the streets. There's somebody clicked an email and then the pipe stopped working, and they're hiring people today to help fix it. And they're like, oh man, we need to fix this thing. You'd think they already have that all worked up already. I guess becoming part of a troop is fun. What I don't get about troops or groups of people that do fun things in groups, it's nobody's getting paid. The only people getting paid are the advertisers. They might get like a free pair of underwear out of this, jumping around on the street, making themselves look fool. Maybe the exposure. Like if you ever need somebody to hop around on the street to sell something for you, you could call Jim right here. He's doing it for a pair of underwear. I'm just a big old party pooper. I wouldn't go to like one of those silent raves or something or whatever they fucking call it, or hey, let's go have fun as a group, where you're actually getting used to advertise for something. I don't know. I'm probably way off base. What we should probably get back on track here. Diane, did you transfer the recording? All right, so it was it is on cassette now. Okay, good. That's how I like to listen to it. Those tapes that we got from the bottom of the barrel, they were actually on a hard drive. They were originally recorded on the proto phonograph, and then they transferred that over into a I think it was like a record player, like with the grooves. The first one was some weird technology. I don't even know if I could explain it. But then the second one had the grooves, and then they made a digital file. But then we actually in the sewer converted it into a magnetic tape because that just sounds cool. Like, oh, it's a digital file? No, it's a magnetic tape. That's how we like to listen to things in in the sewer, especially older things. We like to have it on cassette tape. Let's talk about something more interesting, like the past week. I was on Bowls with Buds with Bowls with Dame Lorian, DeLorean, and Sir Spencer. They had me on. We did like we talked for a while. I think the whole conversation broke down to toe rings are awesome, and we're bringing them back. So I think that's going to be a very, very important thing. That might help make the unraveling slow down. I think maybe there could be a toe ring technology that could stop the tearing of time and space and make it all just make things better. And then I spoke to then I did a podcast with Abel Curry, Abel Kirby, Abel Curry. No, I did. It was with Booberry and Lavish. They were great. We had a nice conversation as well. Now I know who they are. I knew who they were before, but now I know who they are by voice, because I never spoke to them before. I've listened to their show a few times. They're way into they're tarot masters. They're I think Booberry has tattoos of the entire tarot deck on his body, and he refers to that. Tarot tattoos. And do we have the phone line? Okay, we're going to play some voicemail over here. 917-719-5923. If you leave a voicemail, we'll play it now.
Hey, Zach, it's Barbara from Wide World BMW. If you can give me a call back as soon as you can, 845-425-2600, extension 8217.
Oh, what?
Again, that's 845
Don't say that on there. Who's Zach and who's Barbara?
Thanks. Talk to you soon.
Am I in the right? Is this the right? What happened? Did we cross the lines again? Who's this Zach? Does he live in the deli above us? We should tell him about his BMW. I think I did see him driving around in a BMW. Maybe we should listen to this other voicemail over here before. Okay, let's do that.
Hey, Nick. What's up, buddy? You out there flicking your dick? Well, I hope you're outside. It's a beautiful goddamn weather, at least in this region. Sold my Florida house. The market is just too damn hot right now, so, good weather. Anyway, summer's a-coming. If you don't come first, ew.
Diane, can we unplug the phone? Yeah, I think we're gonna. There might not be any phone. There might be no phones tonight. I just poured one out on the floor for the phone. Let's listen to some music. We're gonna get back. You're gonna hear for the first time ever the first recording ever made. And it's pretty long. There's a lot of stuff here. It looks like it's a couple cassette tapes here that we have to play. Is this true, Diane? Diane's not even in here anymore. Where'd she go? Let's listen to Akira with 1983.
motherfucker. I thought I told you one time, I'll tell you 16 times. Stop blasting that monkey bullshit up from the sewer. You trampling my HS signal down to Mexico. I can't get my slave labor coats made. I can't get my signal down there because you trampling my motherfucking signal. I can hear that shit coming up through my...
Nick.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Good line, Dick.
Yeah, good way to go, Nick.
What did you just say?
Welcome back to Nick the Rat, everybody. Remember when I said I was about to play that clip? We had to find another wire for the cassette player. But luckily we have some donations this week that will help pay for these wires to hook up these archaic pieces of technology. Let's look at them now. If you would like to donate, you could go to nicktherat.com and click donate, or nicktheratradio.com and click that same thing. It was that. Hold on one second here. All right, if you do donate, I only read the initials and the amount unless you give instructions otherwise. That was my taxes. I made less money this year off of Nick the Rat Radio than I did last year, but I did pay less taxes, so it almost evened out. Let's see here. A payment from NW. A donation. A nugget of gratitude. 420 from NW. Thank you so much, NW. You've been around for a while. Appreciate you. We have LD. LD seems new. LD with 420. Thank you so much, LD. You are welcome to the sewer. We have JB. Too bad it's not BJ. With 420 as well. Thank you. You've been around for a while as well, JB. And I would like to say thank you. That's also another good thing about just saying initials. Because initials don't have genders. We should just change that in the future. Instead of me being Nick the Rat, I am NTR. And that's my race, religion, creed, and sex. We also got... hold on a second here. I might have messed up somewhere. I don't know. But I did get a $69.99. Does that mean I have to go down to myself? I'll do this, though. Great Times, MZ. MZ, thank you so much for the good times. I'm just going to guess. I'm going to go out on a limb and say MZ might be a Dogecoin trillionaire. Probably. If MZ is willing to throw down what is this? This is not a donation. This is just a nice note. There may be over 2 million podcasts, but there is and can only be one true Ratcaster, the Ratcaster Pro. I can't give you what you deserve, and I'll miss the party tonight. I hope my little bit here helps, and I know you're doing a great job. God bless. I think that's a 420 note there. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the donations. We also have a P.O. box. Somebody sent me a glue trap once. That was not funny. I lost a finger to that thing. And then we also got, it looks like we got a check in the mail this week. Let me rip this open. All right, let's see if I can do this nice and slow here. I ripped a little bit of that. That was a decent one. Looks like it's a bill, not a check. Oh crap! Man, you can't send bills there. Unless it was Bill Gates. By the way, Bill Gates. I have a very long tail. Let's see here. Thanks for your show, Sir Crustitch. With a whopping $5 trillion chip. I don't know if I could actually cash this at my bank. They might kill me. Thank you so much. I could use a $5 trillion check. Just gotta make sure I rip the lines properly. I'm going to the bank. And then for Blitzed, we have a special donation segment where I do gambling on I'm gonna gamble right now, but don't worry, it's legal. It's a New York State lottery gambling. We have 2 Cash for Life tickets, so I have to look up the numbers here. I don't know. This is a new part of the donation segment here. Let's see. All right, my numbers do not match. How many numbers do you have to get for Cash for Life here? Let's see, 18, 01, 30, 13, 40, 40, 44. Do you have to get them in order? And damn, all right. I don't think I won those. I don't. And then I got some scratch off tickets. You know what? I'm gonna do the scratch off tickets during the next song over here. This segment's that's a shitty segment, man. Did Diane tell Blitz that he was right? Scratch offs are horrible. Okay. Let's listen to some music. We'll be right back, and then we'll actually. I'm telling you, we're going to. Actually, I'm actually going to tell you. Actually, right now, you know, that we're going to listen to those tapes. They're real. They're real. It's real. It's never been heard by any human ears before, but we have them. I don't know what it's going to sound like. I don't. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what it is. Let's listen to General Dead. The General Dead Howl's Moving Castle. We'll be right back. I'm gonna do these scratch offs to this music right here. This is good luck music, right? That song wasn't lucky at all. I didn't win anything on any of those scratch offs. That was Diane, I guess I'll be at work next week, okay? I know I said those things. I didn't mean them. Hi everybody. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio. We're going to listen to the first of many first recordings ever that was never heard before. I don't know. What the hell? Diane, what? How old did you say these were? They're from 1802? These are old. These are some of the oldest things that I've ever come across. And I have a MILF fetish too. Let's listen. Is this even gonna work? Hold on a second here. We got the wire here.
My name is Jacques Crouton. I've been traveling with Lewis and Clark for a few years now. We are making our way down to the Washington right now. It is a very weird place, very cool, but I've come across this hole on the path, a very big hole, very deep, and I have technology that was given to me by people in the sky. It is currently 18:05 right now. I'm recording this on experimental prototype phonograph. You could hear me talk. Amazing technology. It's going to be very big one day as soon as I get back into the main city. This hole, I'm planning on going into it. I've been drawn to the hole. I will now include a recording of noises that I hear come out of the hole. Magical.
What?
Very magical noises is the sound of electrical cracking in the air. It's very powerful. It draws me there. I've set up a winch, a long rope. I have candles. Plan on going into the hole. I will record the experience and I shall become bigger than my companions Lewis and Clark. Those two guys like to have way too much sex anyway. All we hear in our tents is, we need more mayonnaise. I don't know what kind of sandwiches they're making in there, but they must be very, very sticky, very, very covered in the white mayonnaise. It's a good product, but I hope in this hope I found the meaning of life, the connection of all mankind, and I will be very famous, make lots of money, and then I shall have the mayonnaise brought to my tent. Lewis in Clark, thank you. Alright, I can only record about 3 minutes at a time on this. This is new technology. Not that good.
No, that was not that good. How do you do a recording of a recording if you only have one device? What I gather from that was some dude that was talking about he was using alien technology to record that in 1806. And he was working for Lewis and Clark. Wasn't that like that Superman show in the 90s on the WB? Or Oopin? The Oopin channel? No, I think this is fake. I don't know if I should bet my career on this one, but I think that This might be like a Russian cover op or something. You know what? Whatever. Well, we're still going to listen to it anyway. The phone lines are open. If you'd like to give a call in at 917-719-5923 and tell me what you think. Do you think that was really a recording from 1806? I'm going to say it's not. Found a hole in Washington. He was with Lewis and Clark. That's what he was saying. Do you know where this hole is? He found Lewis and Clark went to Washington, right? Oh, okay. The story kind of checks out. We were just doing some live fact checking. Well, a little bit slower than live because we already played the clip and now we're fact checking it now, but. Hold on a second. It looks like there's a phone call coming through here. What's going on with this thing? What? Hold on. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat Radio. I'm sorry. This is what the hell? What's going?
Hey everybody, did you ever really want to just know what my penis smells like?
Wow.
Did you also ever want to have a light in your house? Well, now you can combine the two things that you always wanted into one candle. It's Nick the Rat's penis candle. It smells just like my junk. If you want to know what my dick smells like, give a call to 917-719-5923. We're selling these things like hotcakes right now. There's a wait list for our Nick the Rat dick smelling candle. You could sniff Nick's dick for just $69.99. Give us a call today. We're running low on supplies. There's an actual the wax modeling kit that I used to recreate the junk of the podcasting king of the sewer. And you two could have your whole house smell like sewer smegma for a low cost. And we're selling this only on the darksewer.net network. And you could get yours today. Get one for your loved one. If you don't light it, you could actually use it for other things like lawn darts or pool noodles. It floats. It floats. So you could. I would suggest get yours today. We have multiple colors, and we also have a flavored, right now, only for 69 cents more, you could get a flavored Nick the Rat penis candle. It not only smells like the sack of a rat, but it also tastes like one, too. So order yours today, and you should show people that you love the love that keeps on giving. This is totally endorsed by me. And Gwyneth Paltrow stole the idea. She's a fucking hag, bitch. Call me.
Hearing words that make sense all day can cloud your mind and give you too much to think about. But now you can join what thousands have already discovered. Listening to unclear audio will clear your conscience. Listening to unclear audio will clear your conscience. Take your meditation to the next level with Inaudible, the only service providing ambiguous sounds so you can relax. Call now for more information. 917-719-5923.
Uh, something broke over here. Crystal Drop covers all apologies. We'll be right back. This is not good.
Hey everybody, you guessed it, it is Zindu. I'm back in action, baby. Apparently Elon Musk's wife isn't, though. They did that whole Saturday Night Live thing where they had I guess it's the famous guy go on Saturday Night Live. Did like Bill Gates ever host Saturday Night Live? Let's see, Bill Gates, SNL. Let's see here. Did watch Saturday Night Live highlights. Bill Gates interrupts a message from the president to introduce new products. No, that's not Bill Gates. Yeah, so, it's Elon's girlfriend Grimes. What am I even talking about here? Blah, 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 hosting gigs. Who really cares? Ow, who cares? You know what? I don't want to do this. This is news. This is fucking news. This is on Fox News. Like, she was, okay, so Musk was pretending to be, Wario, and Grimes was pretending to be Princess Peach. And then she wrote, forgot to post these because I somehow caused myself to have a panic attack and went to the hospital yesterday, which to be honest was quite scary. I suppose it's a good time to start therapy. I think Elon Musk and his wife were just having like a public therapy session by going on SNL. I think that's what it was. It was I don't. This is news. This is Hindu. This is Hindu with nothing to say. Also, what's her face? Fucking Gwyneth Paltrow was in the news because she fucking ate. She was promoting some gin or some shit. She's like, oh, I drank so much of this fucking gin. It's made from my friend's butthole. And like, who gives a, who really? Oh my God. Okay. All right. Calm down, Zindu. Zindu, just calm down. You know what? After doing the show, I'm having a panic attack. I gotta go to the hospital. If I'm not back in another skit, you know why? It's because I'm in the hospital right now, getting that drip. All right, bye.
Ow. Hello. Caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I hear a caller. Is there a caller on the line?
I'm on the line.
Caller, do you think that the recording from 1806 is that real or is that some baloney? First, I know this is a tough question. Okay, so let's bring it back a step. Let's first get acquainted here. How are you doing tonight?
I didn't hear the clip. Sorry.
Oh, well, then it's just as real to you as it is to me. Then.
Wait. I can give an answer though. Is it real to you?
No, I think it's some bullshit. I think it's some fake ass bullshit.
Oh, okay. I think it's real.
Caller, how are you doing tonight? How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm okay. The world's falling apart. You put on the TV and you just want to hide. You just want to hide.
I used to watch a thing known as TV.
Now TV watches you.
In more ways than one. So
you don't watch Days of Our Lives or anything? What do you do with your life?
Days of Our Lives? I like to watch a little bit of Bob Ross here and there.
He's pretty good to watch. I just like when the news is on, and I just like flip to the news, so I know what's happening in the world.
Yeah, I turn that on too. But I seem to be watching it more and more with the not pay attention.
It's good to turn the volume off on it.
Yeah. I can kind of watch the ticker down at the bottom.
It's a fun experiment. You turn the volume off on the news and you raise like you put a cassette tape in with some porno on, and you just listen to the porno music, and
instead of
the news, and you don't watch the porn though. You just listen to it and you watch the news, and
yeah, I could really get into that.
I think that should be a thing. That would be cool.
That'd be the next. There'll be like porn voiceover news palaces all over the place.
They always got these serious looks on their face, the newscasters, or a real big happy smile. They either go from one face to another. They're either smiling or they're serious.
Oh, with that really wide open eye look when they talk to the camera.
You know, that's not what people act like in real life, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's very strange. It makes people think that reality is a bunch of gigantic smiles or super duper stern faces, but it's a beautiful blend in between. It's very gray.
Do you think people model themselves after that though, or?
Yeah, I do. If you don't act like a newscaster, then you're weird.
What if I chose like Ron Burgundy?
and you wouldn't be able to leave the house because you'd be swimming in pussy.
Yeah, well, yeah, hell yeah. And scotch.
Do you play the lottery at all, caller?
Here and there. I've never had much luck at it. Have you ever had luck at it? Have you ever won like a big jackpot?
No, especially not tonight. Not tonight. I definitely did not tonight.
Have you ever won anything on scratch off or?
I want another scratch off. It's weird. Why do they even give you? Isn't that killing the planet? Scratch offs, like it's legal. Yeah. Why don't you just give the teller money, and they go like yes or no? They just tell you like, no, you did not win. Thank you. Bye.
What's the stuff you're scratching off? It seems to be made of mercury and lead.
Oh, I put it in my car. It makes it run real fast. You just put that in water, and you put that in your car.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I don't know, it's probably in like our skin. It probably it gets absorbed into your pores. It's like mercury. I don't know what that shit is, but
in a little dash of lead, just to balance it out.
It's a waste of paper. It's crazy. We're destroying the planet. We're gambling. I don't think I won.
Well, what about like anybody online or anything in general that any kind of activists do that say they're saving the planet, but it's actually burning fossil fuels to create everything that they're doing, their online experience.
Well, that's why you get batteries. You just use batteries, and you don't have to worry about fossil fuels again.
Their batteries killing the planet.
I don't know. People are so confused by the electric car. They think it's like good for the planet.
It's not. It's actually, I think when they do studies on it, it says that it burns more fossil fuels and creates
probably
more waste than
well, because you have to create maybe if we were like in a completely nuclear environment, it'd be fine. But I think most of the time we're getting energy from burning stuff.
Well, I think the biggest stupidity of everything is that they want to go to like zero oil usage ever, like it's the evil demon.
I ate some oil today with my salad.
Not that kind of oil. That oil's great in their eyes. If it's the oil I'm thinking of. Was it just normal oil or?
No, it was. I think it was like some weird Californian oil.
Okay.
But
with more than olives in it?
No.
Or olive excrement? Olive jizz.
It's weird. You could squish anything into an oil.
You're getting the pure essence jizz of anything that you're getting.
Do bananas have oil? Can you squeeze a banana till? I guess the skin. You could probably get like banana skin oil.
My grandmother always used to say people were full of banana oil. So I don't know if that's some sort of old timey saying. You know?
I think she was saying jizz. Hey baby, you want to taste my banana oil? I fill you up. You fill with my banana oil, baby.
But that was an old saying that people were full of banana oil.
Get the fuck out of here. Really?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Let's look this up. Banana oil. Banana. How many annas are in banana? Banana oil.
B-A-N-A-N-A-N-A.
A liquid ester derived from amyl alcohol has the odor of bananas. All right,
so it's got some alcohol in it. Maybe there's something to that with that. They thought they were drunk because they've been drinking banana oil.
So basically, if some chemical smells like it, let's see. There's banana oil in the Urban Dictionary. This has got to be good. Insincere or nonsense speech. The term is an example of 1920s flapper, American slang. He poured banana oil in her ear, telling her flattering, sweet lies to get into her pantyhose. Hey,
that sounds about right.
He slipped her the banana oil.
Because he was full of banana oil that he was spilling into her.
Caller, do you think that they're stories about aliens because the government puts it out there because they want people to have arguments between themselves if aliens exist or don't?
Like it's a diversion for everything else. I think you could say that about everything, though. It's hard to pinpoint what's the diversion right now.
Do you think the government tells us things so half of us believe it and half of us don't?
I think they've went apeshit wild on diversions, which seems to be the going theme.
Do you think that
everything
they're diverted?
Seems to be a diversion.
Man, I'm scared.
Yeah.
There's stuff happening. What if gasoline disappears forever because of this hack?
At least you have the shelter of the sewer to protect you.
Do you think I could make a car run on banana oil?
Possibly. You can make it run on corn.
Banana oil.
It's not very efficient, but you can make it run on corn, so why not banana oil?
Oh crap, it's midnight in the
probably
sewer.
Got a little bit.
Yay.
Sorry, I wanted to give you a moment of silence for midnight in the sewer.
It's already passed. It sucks. There's always tomorrow, though.
Midnight always happens.
Man, there's a bunch of people in New York City at midnight acting like a bunch of weirdos. I don't know what the hell's going on over here.
That place is that always packed this late there on a Wednesday?
There's some special dopiness happening right now.
Thursday.
I don't know what the hell this is.
I mean, I thought everybody was sheltering in place in New York.
I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
That's what the news wants to show you. Look at New York. They're all conforming.
Let's see, super spreader event happening right here. Did you hear about the Mets coaches getting
Well, do they all have the coof?
They had the coof. But the weird thing is like people are like, oh, they all had vaccines, but they got the coof. But yeah, you could still get were they sick though? Or did they just, test positive? There's so many questions, but nobody wants to answer it. They just want to they only give little itty bits of opinion. And then they let us have at it. Acting a fool.
It's very very confusing. Especially when you listen to shows like No Agenda and then you hear all the bullshit that's out there. It does not seem to add up to what our government and our press seems to be pushing.
Do you know who I listen to now? I just take 100% for truth. It's really good to just put all your eggs in one basket. Like, why think? Just listen to Sarah Silverman. Whatever she says is real. I'm just 100% on board.
I could see that.
She's smart.
She knows how to do her hair well.
If her name was like Copperman or something, then she probably wouldn't be so good. But Silverman's decent enough.
Because she's silver. She's not necessarily gold or platinum, but she is at least silver. So
If I ever bump into a
Yeah,
Sarah Banana Oilman,
Oh,
I'm probably going to switch over
be
to that
all
person.
over that.
But I
Yeah,
like
oh,
Silver.
yeah.
It kills werewolves.
Heck yeah.
And werewolves are like the liars of society. You think they're a person, and then they turn into a weird creature that eats you. A bunch of liars.
That so is Sarah Silverman? Is she turning into the werewolf? Or
Oh no,
is that...
she's the Silverman. She could kill the werewolves. She's killing the liars with
okay.
truth.
Okay, you got it. I got you now.
With truth. That's what Sarah Silverman's doing.
Okay. Because I could totally see her turning into a werewolf. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. It'd be a really like ratty looking werewolf too, wouldn't it? Like a fucking.
And
yeah.
Is she from New York? She's from New York, isn't she?
I don't know. She was on Star Trek once. That's all I care about.
Really?
Yeah, she was on Voyager.
What's
I think she tried to have sex with what's his face? Fucking
Geordi? I don't know.
Geordi was not. Let's listen to 23 Odd Cats with Bass My Face.
Hey, I treat my website like any third I poop. I don't need it to tell a story. I want people to know what the fuck they're looking at as soon as they possibly can, you know? The only difference between this turd and some of my other ones is this one can be flushed more. I'm Carl Coffee Bean, and this is my shit space.
Quentin Tarantino presents.
The army taught them to kill and protect themselves. They learned fast. They learned good. They learned so good, they could protect themselves back home, too. Brotherhood of Death. Whitey sure did ask for it. And Whitey started getting it back. And Whitey started getting scared.
Give you the Grand Cyclops.
Let the righteous arm of the Ku Klux Klan reach out and smite those who would dare to defile our Christian civilization.
Brotherhood of Death. A picture that explodes on the screen with dynamite action.
Paid to protect white folks, not niggers. I am paid to keep the peace.
Nigger lover!
If they want war, man, let's give it to them.
Do you think that you can put on evil spirit costumes and call yourself dragons and burn crosses? And all the darkies were shaking their shoes. Well, these darkies are about to do you in. Mother.
Brotherhood of Death. See the brothers fight fire with fire. Revenge a sister's rape. A brother's death. The murder of their only hunky friend. See the brothers stick it to the clan. Death. See Roy Jefferson and Mike Thomas, stars of the Washington Redskins. See special guests Mike Bass, Frank Grant, Reggie Rucker, and others.
Die, nigga.
See Roy Jefferson make moves you've never seen before. See it all. See it now. Brotherhood of Death. From Downtown Distribution Corporation. Rated R.
Get off your high horse and hear me now. Can't you see it?
All right, buddy. We're back with a little bit more Nick the Rat Radio right here. I really shouldn't have video. Like, I should not mix video with audio because now I'm watching this video of these people dancing still in the streets of New York at 12:15 a.m. And I am very confused. I don't want. It's like I want to know what's happening, but I also just want to dump my head in the toilet bowl and flush it several times. There's like a topless guy with red pants yelling at people. I don't. Oh boy. Oh my god. Okay, let's stop looking at that shit. Let's stop looking at. This is a podcast, people. This is an audio experience. And part of that audio experience is listening to one of the first recordings ever made, ever, by a guy named Jake Crescent was his name. He was working with Lewis and Clark, exploring America in 1806. Found a giant hole. He's jumping in the hole. Let's see what's See what's going on in this whole, I guess that's what, unless this is a whole new recording. I don't really know what the fuck this is. Okay, let's just find out. Jesus.
I'm currently inside of the hole.
Okay, I was right.
It's about 20 feet wide, and I am going down slowly. In the walls of the cave, mostly mud, in rock, a scattering of I see a couple of skeletons of a cow. I saw a dog. I saw a cat. There was lots of animal bones in this hole. All decomposed completely. Very scary. Very scary. The candle keeps going out. I have to keep lighting more and more candles here. So you smell like farts coming from the hole. I'm currently about 79,000 feet deep into the hole. Very deep hole. I feel a little bit of decompression. With the aliens, they gave me drugs too. I'm feeling pretty good. So I continue on down into the hole. It's very deep, very deep. It smells like Mountain Dew and Doritos down here. It's
Mountain Dew and Doritos.
pretty gross, pretty gross. We're getting, we still have lots more of the line. We are going deeper. I will not stop till I find the end here. The noise that I heard was amazing. It totally made me want to come to the hole. Felt drawn to it. I will become one with the hole. Will be with the hole. I'm starting to hear some noise down here. Sounds like Akla Delum. This is a little unsettling. I used to make love to my wife to this song until one day aliens took her. She vanished from my life. She took everything I had. I had to go to America and bring Lewis and Clark their mayonnaise. Somewhere in our journeys in a place called Nevada, I was abducted by aliens. And now, in Washington, I found a giant hole. And this is my claim to fame. I feel it. It's not this prototype audio recording device that has never existed before. It will be that I reach the bottom of this gigantic...
What the hell is this?
Okay, the tape is done. We'll go to the next tape. Yes.
All right, look, this is definitely a fake. Mountain Dew and Dorito farts. I don't think Mountain Dew is 300 years old. Doritos might be because they taste like they're made of really old salt and stuff. Salt of the earth. And we just lost a caller. We had a caller on there. And they hung up. Solancha. What? What's going on? What? Hold on, I'm getting distracted by Urban Dictionary now. The word of the day for May 12th is a thumb day. When somebody goes to the gym and spends 90% of their time on their phones scrolling through social media. Looks like it's thumb day for Jimmy. Pretty good one. I like that. It's thumb day.
Whoa, someday.
Have you ever? What? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh God!
I was listening to
I'm
your
so
description
sorry.
of someday.
I'm so gassy. I'm having a gas day.
Why? Bad mayo.
No, I'm drinking a lot of fat tire.
Oh, my dad loved that beer with the bicycle on the front.
Yeah, there's a little bike on there. Colorado, established 1991.
I didn't really. It's. Is it a beer or is it like a pale ale or something?
It's an amber ale.
Yeah, I've never been a super fan of ales. I mean, if you're gonna drink stuff that tastes bad, it may as well be beer. And isn't it? It's like a 3.7% or something.
Oh no, it's a 5.6. What's the difference between an ale and a beer? Isn't it all just
beer is hops and barley, and ale is not hops and barley.
Really?
Well, yeah. So I mean, well, every alcohol you got to have some grass in it. So beer is hops and barley.
What the hell is this? There's like this little virtue signaling on this label here. Carbon neutral certified. Did they not hear how much I'm burping right here?
Yeah, I know. It's like, how do you get the carbon dioxide in there?
Also, 1% for the planet member? What the fuck is 1% for the planet member?
I got a job offer at this place called Seven for All Mankind. What is with these weird names?
I think it's like they're trying to be cool, but they can't.
With do you know of any like prepackaged beers that have nitrogen instead of CO2? Because that would actually be easy to go carbon negative, right?
Maybe Guinness. I think I've seen
Oh,
Guinness
and
with
the
nitrous.
stout can.
Yeah. So Guinness, there you go.
Have
Guinness
you
is
ever
green.
been have you ever been to like a bar or pub that has like nitrogen for everything?
Maybe. Not that I would know.
Yeah, one of the better ones is have you ever had Blackthorn's
Is there like
apple
gargoyle
cider?
on the label?
I don't know. See, I've only bought you can get it at, I guess, the store Trader Joe's, but I've never actually bought the bottles. I've only ever got it at certain pubs.
Let me look this up really quick. Blackthorn's alcohol.
Apple cider.
Blackthorn cider. There is no. I'm thinking of something else. No, I don't like ciders. You like ciders?
Blackthorn's is exceptional. It's really high, like I would call it high gravity, and it's super dry. It doesn't leave any. It's like a diet soda. It doesn't leave anything in your mouth. No aftertaste, nothing. You just drink it. You're like, oh, apples, and then it's gone.
I'll have
nothing
to...
like it. I mean, all the stuff that you buy. I might be taking a trip out to California. I don't know what the logistics of shipping 750 milliliter bottles in the mail is. Can your P.O. box hold a 750 milliliter bottle?
If it doesn't, they just give me a slip and I go pick it up. If it's bigger than my box,
they give you the slip.
They give me the slip. They put a slip in my box, a little pink slip in my box, and then I go to the person. I get the thing.
They put a slip in his box.
I'm not a big fan of ciders. They're very sweet. They're good,
yeah,
but
that's the thing is most ciders are sweet, and that's why. So when you hear dry in reference to alcohol, it means it's not syrupy. Like the sweet is, it's like it makes your mouth. There's a word starts with a C.
Kludgy?
But yeah, or I was gonna say clabber, but that's something you do with milk. But yeah, dry stuff is the yeast they let the yeast eat all the sugar, so there's no sugar left in the actual mash or brew.
Huh.
So you get all the flavor, but none of that sweetness. Like out here, all the wines that you can buy are all super not dry, and it's disgusting. It tastes like you're drinking syrup.
Yeah, that's great. That's like a
like
breakfast,
blueberry
like a.
syrup.
I don't
No,
like
they call
those
them dessert
wines.
dessert wines and stuff.
Yeah, dessert wine. Yeah, it's,
it's
ugh.
gross.
When I first saw that, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be cool." I was like 20 or whatever. Dessert wine. I'll just chug this shit. I was like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Oh, you can't. You got to drink. I mean, and even sipping, it's too much.
Yeah, it's gross.
I'm gonna be controversial because you like controversy on your show, right?
Are you about to say Amaretto's bad too?
No, I used to make that stuff. I would never say Amaretto's bad. That stuff's good. Northern California makes the worst wine in the world, except for Louisiana.
Louisiana makes wine?
Yeah, that dessert wine. It's super popular here. It's a muscadine wine.
Oh, I never even heard of that.
Well, and then you got alligator wine. That's something else too. But
I don't know. I was like, how do they grow grapes down there? It's too hot.
Well, we got muscadine. Muscadine grapes. They're these huge greenish yellowish grapes. They just grow like on the ground natively everywhere. So you can like put some, hardware cloth up against a tree and the grapes will just grow up it. And muscadine wine, I imagine you can make it good, but I've never had a good one.
Well, now I'm looking up muscadine. Now, holy, those are some big ass grapes.
Yeah, they're huge.
Oh, look like anal
and
beads.
It looks like climbing ivy. So you see it on the ground, you're like, oh wow, why? That's a lot of ivy on the ground right there, and it's all grapevines. But they don't unless they have something to attach to it, won't actually grow grapes, or the rabbits get to it. I'm not really sure.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't know this much about grapes until right now.
Well, like how you have a wine and it says, oh, what are you going to get? Are you going to get a Cabernet Sauvignon? That's the name of the grape. That's the name of the grape. So like you can buy those.
Okay.
Like grapevines. You can buy a Cab Sav grapevine or a Merlot grape. It's all grapes.
What are the grapes that I buy at the store? The green grapes that I buy at the store that taste like grapes.
Oh, they have a name. There was a cotton. They made a hybrid that they called cotton candy seedless green grapes. Have you ever tried those?
Aren't the green grapes like some weird mutant fucking human creation because there's no seeds?
Well, yeah, obviously, but I mean, once you get a plant to be seedless, most vine plants you can actually cut. Like you can cut a branch off and then put that in dirt, and it'll just keep growing.
Clone?
Well, yeah, you can clone it, or you can. It's called air cheese.
Air cheese?
Put like a Ziploc bag with some dirt in it around the stem,
okay,
or one of the branches, and it'll root into the bag, and then you can cut it below the bag, and then go put that now I have a new plant.
Huh.
Most of the fruit trees and hardwoods can do that, and vines, grapes, and stuff like that. So once you get a seedless grape, well, how do you grow a seedless grape plant? Well, you just clone it. The Welch's grape juice, the purple, like bog standard 100% grape juice, Welch's grape juice is Concord grapes from Concord, Washington.
They also make a jelly with those. Concord grape jelly.
Yep. Yeah, they're super. They have a lot of water and a lot of sugar. They're really good.
Can you make you can make wine out of anything? You get any fruit, you could just.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can make alcohol out of anything that yeast can extract the carbohydrates from. So like you can make wine out of toilet paper.
Ugh, you're
Right?
lying. You can't make
I know.
toilet
Well,
paper wine.
yeah, of course you can. Google it. Bingit.io.
Because the yeast eats the carb. The toilet paper is made of
Yep.
I guess it's a carb.
Yeah, has to be.
It's
Got
paper.
carbon in it.
Can you make people wine then? Cannibalistic wine? People got carbon in them, right?
Yeah. Do they have carbohydrates in them though? I think a little bit, maybe. You know what? That's so weird. Because a lot of science fiction and stuff, they talk about blood wine and stuff like, but I don't know actually. It's kind of weird. I don't know if yeast. I imagine yeast wouldn't want to have anything to do with humans.
Oh, I just got the worst thought in my mind. You know what? Let's not talk about that.
Yeah. I'm gonna hang up now.
Ugh. Frothy. Ugh. Ugh. Let's listen to Nightingale Lo-Fi with Healing, because I need to heal right now. That was... I don't need to think about that. Oh, God. Color.
Yes.
Can I ask you a question?
Hello.
Would you drink?
Yeah, you can.
Would you drink wine made of toilet paper?
Like clean toilet paper or like dirty toilet
Well, that's
paper?
a good question. I didn't get all the information from that last caller. I'm gonna have to guess dirty. I don't know where else the magic comes from.
Yeah, I think the magic would come from dirty toilet paper than from like clean toilet paper.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that's a hard no for me. It sounds pretty gross.
You're just not
You
adventurous.
don't want to do that.
You probably have a hard time keeping people excited because you're just not adventurous. You just gotta say yes sometimes, caller.
Maybe I should say yes to dirty toilet paper.
Dirty
One
toilet
of these
paper wine.
days.
Just say, don't be a pussy. Say yes. Try it out.
Let's try it out. And I mean, I like if I saw somebody else drinking it, I might try it.
What's something that's quote unquote normal that you just don't like, that you're like, I don't like that. Like for me, I guess it would be like olives. Like if somebody's like, hey, eat some olives, I'll be like, no, that's okay. I don't really need to eat any olives right now. Or like a prune.
There's so many. Prunes. I don't know about prunes. Like,
People buy prunes. Do people just eat prunes like without making like stuff with them? They're just like, oh, I'll just eat a prune.
Yeah, like just eat them like when they're not like a raisin.
Yeah, people sell prunes. I see prunes in the store. There's prunes all over the goddamn place. I'm like, who's buying these prunes? Who's eating these prunes?
Yeah. What I don't like is pears. Like I don't like pears.
Pears are weird. Pears are like potato apples. Somebody in the chat just said prunes are plums. That blew my mind. I love plums, but I can't stand prunes.
Oh.
Yeah, sweet plum is just so just biting into one of those, and the skin snaps, and you get squirted in your eye with some sweet plum juice.
Well, what's a fruit that you like that everybody else doesn't like?
What's something I like that other people don't like?
Yeah.
Old English.
Old English, fair
Whenever
enough.
I drink
Yeah.
an Old E,
Yeah.
people are like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you drinking that? Like, grow up. It's good.
Yeah. So they're just they're haters. They're hating on your jam.
Yeah.
You're like in Old English, and
I
that
guess,
that just means they don't know what's good.
I guess also tofu. I
But-
like tofu.
Oh, you like tofu?
Yeah, I like
I like tofu in like soups and stuff.
Yeah, you got
Like when you have hot and sour.
You gotta make it
soup.
right. You got. Oh, yeah, it's good.
That's good. What I like well, I'm drinking Miller High Life.
I like those.
The champagne of beers, and some people are like, "Oh no, Miller High Life, that's gross.
What?
Why don't you drink something else?" And
I
I'm like,
hate those
"Well,
people.
why don't you buy me something else then?" And then they're like, "Well, I guess I won't. I won't start,
And they're like, "Oh, Miller High
mouthing
Life is
off."
great. It's lovely. I love it for you."
It's great. I mean, I still have some left in this, a great deal of beer left in this can. So, I mean, that's why I like it, because there's still beer in there. And but as far as fruits go, what I like is I like a pomegranate. I like it when you get the big pomegranates, and then you just you section them off, and then you tear them up and stuff, and then you take all the seeds out.
I think
That's the
pomegranates take
best.
too much time. How long does it take you to eat a pomegranate?
It takes, well, I think it's just the dissembling that takes the most time. And I've had to learn what the best method of how to eat a pomegranate. Because you want to get like a spoon for sure, and just take out all of the seeds.
You need
put it in the
help.
bowl.
The only food that's more annoying than pomegranate is a coconut.
Yeah. I've always wanted to. I had a dream where I opened up a coconut.
You never opened one?
But I've never opened one in real life.
If you want to give yourself a headache, try it out one day. I think there's I forget the way. You have to get you need a hammer and a Phillips head and a flathead screwdriver. You need to get your IKEA tools ready to open up a coconut.
Damn, you gotta get an Allen key and shit.
You need an Allen key. You need a jack, fucking nipple clamps. You need a whole bunch of weird stuff for it.
So what happens when you're on a desert island, and then that's all there is? There's
coconut?
Coconuts everywhere.
You waste your energy trying to open it, and then you die starving and no energy. Coconuts are a trap. It's a trap.
So if you don't have a Phillips head screwdriver, but you have a hammer, you still can't open up a coconut.
Not really. You're gonna get it's no. You can't just hit it with a hammer. You need a chisel. You need to chisel the little bit of liquid and meat out of it. It's not worth the time.
No. What I like are pineapples. Do you like pineapples?
Yeah, they're good. They're not too hard to cut
good.
either. They're hard. They're hard to cut. They're a little difficult, but they're not like coconuts.
No, they're not like coconuts, but there are some amazing I've seen some amazing videos on YouTube where people on the streets, and they're just it's on a mass that they're cutting up these coconut, or these not coconuts, pineapples.
Yeah.
And they don't even touch the fruit when they're when they're like skinning them and like taking the top off and everything. It's pretty cool.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I don't know why people do that. People are like, oh, look at this. I got a big ass fucking knife, and I can make it look cool slicing this pineapple up. But if they mess up a little bit, just a little bit, that
yes,
goodbye fingers, goodbye toes.
Yeah.
Because you hold the pineapple with
Yeah.
your feet and you start hitting it with the machete. It's yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, but you know, you don't have to do it like that. But I guess if you're comfortable enough with a big giant knife, I'm not. It scares me.
No, I'd be concerned myself. I don't have the that type of knife confidence.
Have you ever fucked up peeling a potato? You ever use like a potato peeler and like, oops, and you hit your fingernail and you like cut that shit off?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's dangerous out
potatoes
there.
can be very dangerous. What kind of potatoes do you like?
Oh, my favorite. I guess I like the. I like all potatoes actually. All God, I hate the actual potato though.
Oh, you like the actual potato?
Yeah, I like
the
yams.
fact that, like,
Yeah, I like yams. They're not even
stuff?
potatoes. Are yams potatoes?
Well, they call them sweet potatoes,
Yeah.
but they're still yams.
Yeah, that's what
They're
I'm like. I
at a
don't.
different- They're yummy though. Like you don't even have to skin yams because that's where all the tastiness is, too.
They're legumes.
Oh yeah, are they legumes? Oh,
Yeah, yams are legumes.
they're legumes. They look like they could be because they're different shapes too. Like, yeah, they're very phallic sweet potatoes.
You don't have to skin yeah. My favorite thing to make is mashed potatoes.
Oh, I love mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes are so good, but you know it's. Oh man.
You put sour cream in the mashed potatoes while you mash them up.
Oh.
So good. I mean, you could put mayo in them, but I mean, I'm a big fan of sour cream with potatoes.
Isn't sour cream made of mayo? No, it's not. No, it's sour cream is thick, rotten milk. Ugh.
I think so. Yeah, it's like fermented. It kind of has like a sour taste. That's why it's called sour cream, I think.
But lemons aren't fermented.
No, I don't. No, I don't think the lemons are fermented.
It's cultured milk. It's milk that went to school.
They're
abroad.
cultured. Oh, so they go to they go to the theater, and yeah, sour cream goes to the theater, and the opera as well. You'll find sour cream in the opera.
It's weird how some food we have to wait for it to go bad to be the food that it claims to be, like yogurt and cheese and wine and anything that like fermenting is a bad thing, right? That's like kind of like decomposition.
Oh yeah. Like if you could have wine that's like, and then it turns into vinegar because that's what it was before. And then there's like corked wine. Have you ever had wine that got corked? And then that also turns into vinegar where the cork gets into the wine.
Can you describe corking, but really slowly?
Yeah. So you take the wine bottle.
Ooh.
And you put the wine corker or opener, and then the cork breaks into pieces in the bottle, and then the cork gets into the wine, and then it spoils the wine in the bottle.
Yeah. and then you drink it, and then you feel like you feel like a dartboard.
Yeah, you feel like a dartboard. It's like, oh no, that's wine that's in there. Oh no. But the trick is when you open a wine, you have to drink the whole bottle, otherwise it's gonna go bad.
That's true. It's very true. Well, that's why I like boxed wine. I have this boxed wine.
Oh.
There's a nice brand called Bota Box. It sounds like Botox.
Yeah.
But it's a decent boxed wine. It's it lasts a long time, and then I like to when it's running low on wine. You open the box and you take the plastic bag out, and it kind of looks like a UV drip, an IV drip, not a UV drip. You can't drip sunlight into your body.
No, you can't. It's like a bladder. It's like a wine bladder.
It is. And I like to pretend like I'm hooked up to it. And I start sucking on that like a little baby cow.
Oh, I like those sound effects. Do that again. Oh.
I'm a little baby cow.
Wow. Yeah, it's like a little baby cow.
They could suck the cork out of your wine for you too.
Oh yeah, you could. Exactly. And then you don't have to worry about the corked wine. The cork
wine.
getting into your wine bottle and then getting stuck in there. Yeah, boxed. Does the boxed wine, the brand that you get, does it come with Botox? I feel like they should like give you a free Botox just to see if you like it or something.
That would be cool. Why don't they have like at-home Botox kits, like kind of like a toothpaste thing with the needle on the end of it? Like, I'll shoot myself up over here. Give me that Botox.
Yeah. Get like fuller lips and like fuller, eyes and stuff, and like.
Did you see Zac Efron after he got his plastic surgery?
Oh, you got plastic surgery?
Yeah, he's all fucked up, man. It's crazy looking.
Oh.
Let me see if there's
Whoa.
any. Zac Efron sounds like a spice you put in your food.
He does, and it sounds like a rare spice that you'd put in your food, and you can only find it in like certain grocery stores, and then you're like $15. All right, Zac Efron.
You like a little bit of Zac Efron on your food?
Zac, jeez. I guess I'll put that in there.
What kind of last name is Efron?
Efron.
Is that Efron? Yeah, Efron. What that's
I think it's from the spice family. One of the spices.
That's true. I think it's Sporty Spice.
Probably comes from like one of the spice.
If you type in
girls,
Efron,
like,
all that comes up is Zac Efron. Maybe he just made that word up. Maybe it's backwards or a code or something. Is that?
Oh, or Enron. It could be Enron.
It could be. Maybe he was Enron. Or Norfie.
Could be like
Norfie?
that movie, like the smartest guys in the room. Have you seen that movie?
Smartest guys. I think I heard of that. Let's look that up. The smartest guys in the room. Can you type without looking at the keyboard?
Oh yeah. I do that a lot. But I have like a regular keyboard. I don't have one of those like Dvorak keyboards. I think I'd have to like be looking when I'm typing one of those things.
When you unlock the power of typing without looking, you kind of feel like a magician. You're just like, I'm just throwing my fingers in places and words are coming out. This is crazy.
And I totally know where I'm going.
I think I did not see this one. I did not see Enron, the smartest guys in the room. I saw the The movie with Steve Carell, and it was about the subprime mortgage thing. That was an Enron though.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There's a good movie about that. Saffron. Yeah, Zach Saffron. Is a
Zach Saffron.
Zach Saffron.
Oh, yeah. Maybe
The Big
Zach
Shorts.
Saffron was from the Saffron family, and then they couldn't cut it, so then they called it. Well, now you're Efron instead of Saffron.
Or maybe they just hate this guy named Ron. Efron.
Oh yeah. Maybe they're just in a war with a guy named Ron.
Bunch of haters.
Yeah, bunch of haters. Jeez.
Whoa. Did you just say cheese?
Cheese. What kind of cheese do you like?
I think most cheese I like. I've had cheese that I think I like. What's like a cheese you don't like?
Oh. Like, I've never had a really stinky cheese, but
I would imagine a really
I don't know
stinky cheese would be bad.
stinky cheese.
Yeah. Like brie is not really stinky. There's
No, it's quite yummy.
No,
That's a
it's
soft
sharp.
cheese.
No, cheese is good. Oh, a caller. I'm gonna have to. I have to go. I think there's people trying to call right now. They're trying to get through,
Oh, well.
but they can't
tell them
because
I love
you're on the line right now.
Oh, yeah, it's a one call line. Well, I love you, and good night.
Wait a second. Wait.
Yes. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, listen here, anti-fermenter.
Anti-fermenter?
Yeah, you said what fermenting just means it's rotting.
Doesn't that what it means? Or does it mean sex?
No.
It means
No.
farting?
Check it out.
Excretion?
So, fermenting means that something's eating it and excreting something different. So, what is the reason fermenting works? Okay, is you have your yeast or your lactobacteria. Lactic that means that lactic bacteria are on literally everything. Like if you lick your arm right now or your tail, you're going to get lactic bacteria. It's everywhere. And lactic bacteria and yeast are so, like, they just multiply so fast that they can outcompete stuff like botulism and everything else that makes not alcohol and deliciousness. So when you ferment something, what you're doing is you're saying, hey, we had a harvest. And you have a bunch of different ways to can food. So you can do traditional canning where you put jars into boiling water, and that causes a bunch of pressure in the jar, and you take the jar out of the boiling water and it seals the jar. You can also can by fermenting cabbage and stuff like that doesn't wilt. You need something that doesn't wilt. You can can tomatoes this way, but it's not super good. Pickles are, most people would recognize pickles as something that is fermented. I mean, there was a discussion earlier tonight about fermenting pickles.
But they're not. They're brined. Isn't brining is
the
fermenting?
same thing. So you could the recipe for sour pickles is you take cucumbers and you shove them in a jar with boiling water and 2 tablespoons of salt, and you leave them on your counter for 3 days. What do you think's happening during that 3 days?
Some type of religious
gets in
ceremony.
there.
But salt isn't salt more of like you need sugar. I thought it'd be
but
sugar.
it's not.
What if you put
It's
the
not enough.
cucumber?
It's not enough.
With
it's
sugar.
not enough salt to kill bacteria. So what you're hoping for when you ferment is that the good bacteria are able to push out all of the bad bacteria, and you only get, so now you have something that'll keep. You don't want to get mold, which is a fungus. You don't want, so you have this good bacteria that takes root in whatever you have, cabbage, pickles, God, what else do they ferment? Whatever else they ferment.
Kombucha.
Mushroom tea. Yeah, it was same time, mushroom tea, kombucha, and then, alcohol and stuff. So for instance, beer and mead were used because the water was undrinkable in a lot of places. But if you ferment fruit, sugar, honey in water,
yeah,
the bacteria that the yeast and the lactobacter fermenting that stuff pushes out the stuff that can kill you. So there you go. All right, bye.
Elon Musk just said that they're not going to take Bitcoin anymore because his attempt to pump Dogecoin on SNL resulted in his wife going to the hospital. Hello?
Hello, from Spearfish. It's me, Stillwater.
Hi, Stillwater from Spearfish. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I just love that we've been talking about fermenting things and pickles, and I still maintain that the best pickles are dill pickles. And if a burger doesn't have a dill pickle on it, it's not worth my time.
You don't take the pickles out when you eat your hamburger?
Hell no, it's got to have that crunch and that nice tang in there. It's a good contrast to the nice beefy taste of the burger, and then it blends well with whatever else you throw on there. You want to throw some bacon and eggs on there? Hell yeah. Pickles taste good.
What else could you, You know my favorite thing to put pickles in was
what?
No, you have no idea because I didn't tell you. That's a stupid
Oh,
question.
yeah.
I was like, hey, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you want to know what okay, all right, let's just go right to my point. Pickles in grilled cheese sandwiches.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
I remember doing that there. Potato chips and pickles inside of grilled cheese sandwiches was a little favorite of mine.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the beautiful things about grilled cheese is that it doesn't occur to you until later in life that you can put other stuff in it other than just cheese.
That's very true.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hell, if you want to, you can put a couple slices of tomato and some bacon in there as well, and then it's more than just grilled cheese. You're getting other stuff in there. Ooh-wee.
The weird thing is you're not even grilling the cheese. You're grilling the bread. You grill the bread with the cheese inside. You're not grilling the cheese.
Yeah, and then the cheese melts. You just got to make sure it gets warm enough to melt the cheese.
They should call it a grilled bread sandwich with cheese.
Well, yeah, that'd be technically true, but I mean, everyone already knows it as grilled cheese, so that's what we're stuck with.
Well, you could change it. Just change. Well, it's now grilled bread.
It's grilled bread with melty cheese on it.
Grilled bread does not sound. Doesn't roll off the tongue like grilled cheese.
I mean, because you can call it a toast sandwich with melted cheese. You know, toast sounds better than just grilled bread.
How many? Sounds like a very like a prisoner food or something. What are we giving him tonight, Warden? Grilled bread.
It's like, listen, I know you like toast, but all we got is grilled bread. That sounds terrible. You're right. We should not rebrand it to grilled bread. That sounds terrible.
There's a lot of. I wonder how many things don't exist because it just didn't sound right. Like, hey, this is an amazing thing, but it just doesn't sound right, so we can't make it.
I mean, well, what about like blue cheese? Like they called it blue cheese because it's got mold growing in it, but they're not gonna call it. Hey, this is cheese we let go bad. Because that's basically what it is. Cheese that they let go. We let this shit go bad, and it's amazing. You should eat it. Like that's you're not gonna be able to sell a lot of that cheese.
Double mold.
They call it blue. Blue cheese though. Oh, and you let it crumble. Blue cheese crumble. Oh, suddenly that sounds appetizing. But if you call it exactly what it is, which is cheese we let rot with mold that we put in there on purpose. Oh, that's not good.
Salty cucumbers.
Salty cucumbers that we let go bad in a jar. No. Let's call them pickles instead. Oh, yeah, that sounds better. I bet that's how that conversation went down.
There's salt in urine, right?
I'm sure there is. I'm not a medical expert, though.
Do you think the first pickle came because somebody peed on a cucumber? No, that can't be. That's just a weird. That
doesn't sound quite right.
That's right.
Because I think that they had to have gotten some sort of wine before they could get the vinegar to make the brine before the first pickle, you know. And so they must have been like, let's take this wine that went bad, and then we can mix it with some other stuff and a little bit of water, and then we'll boil it with this kind of vegetable that can't wilt, and then we leave it in a jar for several days. How about that? That must have been a pretty weird idea. When you think about it.
Did this before anybody else. Let this milk sit here and go bad and turn into like a solid brick. Let me eat that.
I think I remember I heard a story from years and years ago that apparently like cheese was used originally as wheels on a cart, and like they thought that it wasn't good to eat, and so they just used these wheels of dead milk to get around.
Caller, I think you've been lied to heavily by somebody. Probably somebody that...
Well, I did hear it on NPR, but
Because that sounds like some bullshit. There is cheese wheels, but
Yeah,
there's
that
only
sounds
cheese
like
wheels.
bullshit. It does sound like bullshit.
Not because of the carts. It's because it grows in circles.
Yeah, it does go in circles, and wheels or cheese does come in wheels, but I think it's kind of a bullcrap thing to think, these were the original wheels that they put on carts. Like, that's silly. That's silly. You'd use like trees are naturally circular. You'd think that they'd use that first, if anything.
The first wheels were probably like skulls or something.
Or I would think something round.
Or coconuts.
Like
Maybe coconuts.
Oh, yeah, you take two halves of coconut and you bang them together and you can get around better. I learned that from a movie. I'm pretty sure that's true. Yeah, anyway, I like dill pickles. That was the whole reason I called in. Anyway, happy go fuck yourself, everybody. Bye.
It shows off the rails, people. That last caller reminded me of Resident Evil for some reason. I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil 8. I played 7. I beat that. I got through it, and then I'm into 8. 7 felt more like the story just felt a little bit tighter. You felt closer to the characters. 8 is just ridiculous, but it's fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've been enjoying these games. But I'm not gonna spoil anything about what I did and did not like about those two games. But fuck it, man. I hated Mia. She was a bitch. Playing it was Final Fantasy VII. Basically, this woman takes a kid and does experimentation on the kid, and then they get. Caller, can you lower your radio?
You want me to turn down my fucking radio?
Yeah, a little bit. Just turn it down a little bit. I hear. See, you're gonna confuse yourself right before I'm confused because was that guy just talking about Resident Evil?
Do you like blue cheese?
Sometimes I blow it.
You blow cheese?
Yeah. The price is right.
Oh, it's getting expensive.
Have you ever
What are
made
up to,
a
Nick
grilled
Rat?
cheese sandwich with an iron?
That'd probably be pretty good.
I've only used frying pans.
Mm.
And
Have
butter.
you ever grilled a grilled cheese sandwich on a grill?
Actually, you have to use margarine. You have to use that spreadable butter.
Mm.
No, you can use butter. Just it spreads after a while.
Mm. How's the show going tonight?
It's a fucking train wreck. It's
Hey, it's good, man. Nick the Rat's always good.
How you doing?
Good. Ned and everybody's fighting in the Discord about blue cheese and stuff. I'm surprised you ain't talking about mayonnaise. Do you put mayonnaise on your salad?
I put mayonnaise on my chicken wings. Chicken wings would go well with blue cheese.
Yeah.
That's about it. I don't know what else really goes with blue cheese. Blue cheese, chicken wings. I don't know.
Salad.
Yeah, I guess. A little salty.
But not the kind with the little bitty pieces of corn cobs. How do they make the corn get that little?
Fucking harp.
That's what I was thinking, man. I don't know how they make corn that little. But
Vibrate.
That's nasty.
You vibrate the soil so it can't take root, and it dwarfs it.
It's like fiddlesticks. Whenever you get sticks and you sit there all day, and you fiddle sticks on the ground and stuff, hoping worms come up.
Are penises the original fiddlestick?
Probably.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know, but I wouldn't want to rub mine up against another one's and just wait for worms to come up so I could go fishing. That's kind of gay.
Nothing wrong with that, but yeah, it doesn't sound too pleasant.
Oh.
Did you ever have cheese on your burger? Do you like cheese on your cheeseburger? Because you can only use like a yellow American. Well, you could use cheddar or like the Swiss cheese. You put it's all fucking cheese.
I've had
man.
cheese on my burger.
They put cheese on there.
I've had cheese on my feet.
Put cheese?
You ever had feet cheese? Oh, it itches. They call it athlete's foot, but all I do is play video games, so I don't know how it could be athlete's foot.
Well, you know, sharing controllers with your feet. Shit
Yeah.
happens.
Shit happens.
I have a question for you, caller.
Yes.
Were you scared that the Chinese rocket might hit you?
I thought about it. I was like, if it does, I wouldn't even know it happened.
Is there a video of it crashing? They're like, meh.
And then my family would be well off, maybe.
I'm a little upset it didn't like hit anything. Like, how cool would it have been if like the Chinese rocket hit like the Lincoln Memorial or something and just demolished it? Like
That
nobody
would've been
died.
awesome.
But like something
That would've been-
crazy.
well, yeah. It would have been crazy.
It's like I don't want people
But
to die.
instead it hit over there in Taiwan, right? Or somewhere. What is that one place that
In Taiwan?
the Chinese don't like to say the name of? Taiwan?
Taiwan?
Or Indian Ocean. Yeah, Taiwan. It like landed in the Indian Ocean and stuff over in there. It probably landed on Taiwan, and they probably did it on purpose, huh? Like,
Well, apparently it just landed in the middle of the water. Nobody got hit by it, except some
so
fish.
they say.
Like I'm sure a couple of fish got hit in the head. Like, oh fuck.
I'm sure.
Maybe a whale.
We need to get the animal rights activists over here. We need to send Meghan Markle over there and give her another job.
And who's cleaning it up? Is it just gonna be? Is it just out there now? And there's just a fucking giant Chinese rocket in the middle of the water?
Yeah, just swinging their big old dick and being like, "Hey, fuck y'all."
Yeah. Hey.
Look at my big old swinging balls.
People in the future, when they're swimming in the water and they see this shit, fuck, they'll know.
Whenever they come up with like radiation burns and stuff. Oh, yep. Well. That'll be hilarious. We'll be like in Futurama and stuff, you know. We already got that 3-dick dude born.
What? There's a guy with 3 dicks?
There's a guy with 3 dicks.
There's no.
Google it.
What? A guy with 3 dicks.
Swear to God. Triceradick.
Triceradick. All right, let's look this up. Let's see. Is there pictures?
I don't know. Yeah.
Guy with
Well, like I looked at the I didn't Google image search it.
I probably shouldn't type guy because girls could probably have 3 dicks today too.
Hey,
Person.
he might be, dude, just imagine his pronouns. Holy shit.
I'm looking at a double dicker here, but that looks Photoshopped. That doesn't look real. Wait, what is this? That's a dick salad. What the fuck is that? Okay, I just got tons of pictures of guys with
Tricera.
Do you know how you're not gay?
Because I didn't look at the pictures. Or what? Hey,
Actually-
if you had 3 dicks, would you be gay?
Those actually, you know, if you wrote 3 vaginas, I'd probably just want to puke just as much as if I just typed in 3 dicks. Because actually, let me try this. Let me type in a girl with 3 vaginas and see if I gag. Girl, I could spell that with 3.
We need to hook them up.
Vaginas. Let's see what we get in the pictures here. Actually, there's some news in 2018. Woman born with a third of a vagina. Oh, a third of a vagina, not 3.
Hey,
Yeah.
that might be good too.
These pictures aren't very good either. It's weird. You look up 3 dicks, and then you find tons of dicks. But if you look up 3 vaginas, you find mostly medical drawings of a vagina. And the medical drawings of a vagina are just kind of goofy looking.
Because they abandoned the science, Nick. They don't follow science anymore. Science is changing. It went from global warming to what do they call it now?
The labia
Climate
minora?
change. Yeah. And now they're calling dicks penises. I mean, follow the science. My pronoun is Kebot. That's it.
Why do they show the coccyx bone in sexual reproduction and stuff? Is the coccyx bone attached to something important for sex?
Yeah. It does. It attaches to something important, like your pelvic region in a male.
Yeah.
It makes your coccyx. So you can just tell people, suck my coccyx. Where they can never get to it. Unless they tore you open. And that's gross.
Caller, where have you been, by the way? You sound familiar, and you
I'm
sound like
everywhere,
you've
man.
been gone for a long time.
I have been gone for a long time, and I missed you. I've been busy.
Life?
But I still listen.
Oh.
Every now and then. Every time I can get a chance to. I usually get to listen to the podcast, though.
Nick the Rat Radio is a shitty podcast, man. I somebody told me
Yeah,
to
it
listen to
is.
that once, and I was like,
I
I don't know about that. I don't know.
It isn't a shitty podcast. Don't get down there on yourself. Don't you cry. You're going to make me cry.
I was a little drunk.
Don't you do it. You're going to make me cry, because I'm going to cry.
There's no crying on Nick the Rat Radio. This show is 100% cry free. Let's continue on with the show here. I don't even know where we are. We got 1, 2, 3. We already 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's listen to a little bit of Zindu here. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat. Sorry I hung up on you there, Kevbot. Oh shit.
Hey everybody, I'm back from the hospital. They gave me a vitamin B drip on my ass. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I guess this is fucking celebrity news this week. Let's go back to talking about Joss Whedon, because apparently everybody fucking hates him. But nothing specific has ever been said. If you try to say Joss Whedon said A, B, C, D, I'd be like, oh, that's real fucked up. All I hear is Joss Whedon. He said some fucked up shit. Well, and just to prove this point, here we go. This is on BuzzFeed. I'm sure you can find it any fucking other place. May 9th, 2021. Gal Gadot. The title is Confirmed Reports that Joss Whedon threatened her while shooting the Justice League. Now, did he threaten her with an axe, a knife? Bad words. Did he grab her ass? Did he jerk off in front of her? Let's see. Let's read the article here. Gal Gadot, she's fucking Wonder Woman. Fucking movie about being Wonder Woman. Then she was doing an interview with Israeli news outlet N12 News. Ooh. During the interview, the repuker, Una lesbian, addressed Whedon's alleged on-set behavior by saying, this is what the reporter said. Quote, he even said, you should just be pretty and say your lines. You weren't going to let him get away with it. End quote. Now for Gadot, she says, quote, no. What I make me puke in my mouth. This is disgusting. wait do you hear this allegation here. What I had with Joss basically is the kind of is that let me read. This is very hard to read. I don't know if it's just because I drank all Nick's good whiskey or if I just can't read good dot language here. What I had with Joss basically is that he kind of threatened my career and said if I did something, he would make my career miserable. I handled it on the spot. End quote. That's what she said, word for word. Now, I'm going to go back to the hospital. I need something more than vitamin B shoved up my ass right now. This is ridiculous. Joss Whedon's probably a piece of shit for whatever reason, but until I got like an actual fucking like thing he did, it sounds like everybody's just he was a piece of shit to me. He was a jerk. You know, I never even worked with Joss Whedon, but you know he's a real. I'm gonna actually back up all those allegations and say he's a prick. You know, fuck him, piece of shit. He looked at me funny once on a webpage. I was flipping through some porn, and a fucking ad for Firefly popped up, and there was Joss Whedon just looking at me. Ruined my boner. Piece of shit. Anyway, this is Zindu. I'll be back later. Bye.
Diane, whatever happened to the goddamn helicopter on Mars? I want an update on that. Put that on my desk. Put it on my desk.
Got to the bottom of the hole. It was exactly 80,001 feet deep.
Wait a second. Looks like we have a caller. Hello, caller.
Yeah, they said that the helicopter found some active volcanoes on Mars, they think.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I'm like, yeah, it's a planet, and I mean, like, Earth isn't special necessarily.
But that's why they haven't released any of the footage, though, right? But like, I've heard where's the fucking helicopter footage?
I don't know. You know that the helicopter has to like it can only run. I want to say it's something like 50 minutes a day. It has to charge the rest of the time. Yep.
So it runs for like less than an hour a day, which that's pretty actually. It's impressive.
Yeah, they get to do so. They need the so they have like a so if they just took off the helicopter and let it hover 6 inches above the ground, they get 50 minutes. But I think if they're moving it around, it's less.
Well,
I mean, obviously,
the
like,
rover
gaining
itself
altitude
only moves like a mile, half a mile a day or some shit.
The rover that they sent up for the base station for the helicopter this time, or the old rover that lasted like 20 years longer than it was supposed to?
I don't know. I just pulled that number out of my butt. But I know it does. It's like solar charges, but since the Mars is so far away from the sun, that like it has to, it doesn't charge very well. Why don't they just slap a nuclear battery in that motherfucker?
So that's what they do with the probes, like the Challenger, whatever probes are all nuclear. Yeah, that works, right?
Well, yeah. Does the Challenger
do you?
still work?
Okay.
Wait. The Challenger was a probe? That was a spaceship.
Oh, well, somebody in the chat will correct me, but
and it blew up.
You know, like the probes that we sent past Jupiter and the one that went all the way past Pluto and stuff.
I don't think those were nuclear.
Yeah. So you know what they use? It's really cool. Is the I'm going to mispronounce it, and that's fine. It's the Pelter effect. So they have, you've heard of pelter cooling for like computers. They're like these little ceramic squares that you can put on stuff, and one side gets cold and the other side gets hot.
Yes.
Okay, so they have like a radioactive isotope that sits in like a lead-lined rectangular like shoebox container. It's like the size of a shoebox, and they line the shoebox with these the pelter coolers. They're also called TEC thermoelectric coolers. And what happens is this radioactive isotope is kind of hot, and that hits the ceramic and heats up the ceramic. And then because of the thermoelectric effect, the pelter effect, that generates electricity. And then the outside of the ceramic is basically exposed to space. And that's called, the reason that works, because you're like, oh, it requires air to do that, right? No, black body radiation.
Yeah, but this has got to be like very small amount of energy that it's creating.
86 watts.
That's not that
but
small.
It will run for 25 years without maintenance at 86 watts.
86 watts, what would that let me use right now? Like on my radio?
86 watts will let you run 9 Raspberry Pis.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, 86 watts is enough to turn on like organic LED television.
OLED, yeah.
OLED. 86 watts is enough to run. It's enough to run my desktop computer, for instance.
I guess a computer flying through space that could be up there for 30 years and be charged. Yeah, that's a good amount.
But I mean, so basically, 86 watts lets all the probes that we run. It's basically all thermoelectric, and the power supply is a nuclear. Like it's just like you just take some uranium or whatever.
So they put a rock in a case of another rock.
In a shoebox, they put a rock in a shoebox surrounded in surrounded by ceramic, and then there's some aluminum, and then some more ceramic, and then space.
It's magic.
Watts.
It's just like fucking magic. It's like it's a magical rock.
It is
but
super cool
and super hot. Well, not super hot, but it's hot.
Super hot, yeah, no,
super hot.
Yeah, thermoelectric coolers are super sweet. You know, one of the interesting things you can do with a thermoelectric cooler is if you can find one of the old late 90s or early 2000s computer coolers, you remember like back in the late 90s, like computer coolers used to weigh more than the computer for some reason.
Well,
it was weird.
It'd be pretty big. Have you heard of the it's kind of like what you're talking about, but recently hold on, I have to gather my thoughts. It was a new mode of traveling through space. It was what is that called when there's no energy put in or taken out? It's like a toy that never stops. It's not a vibrator. I think they called it like an end machine or something. It was like an end machine. And it was in space, and it was just like a piece of material, and for some reason, it kind of put off a little bit of energy going in one direction. It was like a perpetual motion machine.
You have zero sum or zero. It's called ZEC, I think, or something like that. So basically, it's static electricity that moves it through space. Because you have the huge sails that can pick up energy going through space or whatever, but so it works. There's no thrusters or anything, right?
Yeah, it was like a non-thruster, but if it keeps pushing itself, it'll keep going faster and faster and faster. Nothing to hold it back. So.
Yeah. So one of the interesting things I've thought a lot about this is there's specs of when you walk through your house. If you have a really bright flashlight, there's dust everywhere, and you're walking and the dust kind of moves out of your way. But if you're going fractions of a speed of light, like these little dust particles will they'll just tear through every. So like you've heard of sandblasting, right?
Yeah. So
Now
you're saying the
imagine,
faster you
like,
go, dust would hurt you more?
Yeah. So like imagine I pick up a handful of sand and I throw it at you. You're gonna be like, haha, you threw sand at me, giggle giggle. But like if the sand was traveling at 1,000 miles an hour, you'd be like, oh, that hurts a lot. I have to go to the hospital. So if you're traveling in space at like, hundreds of thousands of miles and you hit like a little speck of dust,
You're gonna get a
this
hole
isn't
ripped
the
through
solar
you.
cells. Yeah. And so the whole thing is like, well, we need to be able to repair that. And man, I'm one of these people that's like, all my friends are like, oh, you just gotta wait. You gotta wait. The whole universe is going to be open to humans. I'm like, no, it's not.
No,
We
I don't think so either.
What are you talking about? Oh, there's something better than black holes. There's this and that and the other. What is the right now Muon G-2? Is this in the news right now? Something about Muon G2, G-2, G-2?
I know. I heard of muon.org where they talk about UFOs. Oh, that's MUFON.
UFOs.
MUFON. But I heard they turned out to be a whole bunch of creeps that worked there. I don't know. Maybe.
So when we think about UFOs,
we don't even know about
go
black
ahead. I'll let
holes
you
themselves, or
drive.
what?
Well, so everything gives off entropy. So when you have a computer, I mean, you're on a computer right now, and you're sending bits over the internet and stuff. So
Well, how does computer entropy come into
actually
play,
give off heat?
Everything gives off
how
heat.
does a computer? Well, right. So when a computer changes a 1 into a 0, it releases a bit worth of entropy, which is expressed as heat into the atmosphere. So you take all this power from the electrical grid and you put it in your computer. But anytime your computer has to take a 1 and turn it into a 0, it has to get rid of that 1. A 1 is a positive charge in a capacitor inside your processor.
Well, it gets blown out through my Corsair fan through the back of my computer into my.
Exactly, but it has how a computer generates heat is turning a 1 into a 0. It has to take the positive charge in the capacitor that makes it a 1 in the bit, and it has to release that somewhere. So it just dumps it out the back end into the air.
Yeah,
that's entropy. That is entropy. That's all there is to it. Simple.
Well, but the capacitor could be charged again, though.
Right, it can be charged again.
Wouldn't entropy
but the thing
be
is
like
that
the
charging the capacitor?
Wouldn't the death
charging
of the capacitor
doesn't
be the entropy of the capacitor?
Well, I mean, so entropy is just electrons bouncing off into space, basically.
But I think there's a little something deeper to entropy because there's still the capacitor still exists. It's going to keep pumping out more data or heat or whatever. But I think the death of the heat generator is also entropy, though.
The end result of entropy is that every molecule and atom in the universe is evenly spaced apart and nothing can attract anything.
Yes.
You just have like this fog of atoms spanning the entire universe. But the main driver of entropy is heat.
Yes.
If you take, so right now, like us talking, like not the telecommunications part, but us talking. So I had what did I have tonight?
Oh, calories.
Oh, I ate a corn dog. I had a corn dog, right? And I'm using the energy from that corn dog to talk to you, and my body is releasing 120 watt hours to talk to you. That's entropy too. I mean, I'm losing all the energy
Am I
in that
talking
corn
to
dog
you
is
or
being
to the
wasted.
corn dog, though?
Did you just draw me back into our guts rule our lives from a year ago? Because I don't really want to do that tonight. Goodbye.
No. I have so many questions about entropy. He didn't hang up. He's still there. He said goodbye, but whatever. Very interesting stuff. And there seems to be there might be stuff that we don't know, but like we don't know that entropy can be stopped. So we think that entropy could only keep continuing, but there might be something that could stop it. And just because we don't know about it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Like life. We don't understand how life works. We don't understand how gravity works. These all might be negating what we consider to be entropy in the system of what we live in today. So maybe we just know entropy as being fact because that's the only thing we can know it as currently. We listened to this like 20,000 times. We were listening to this over here. Let's restart this. It was another recording from 1806, Washington.
Got to the bottom of the hole. It was exactly 80,001 feet deep. Got down here. Very soft floor. Very soft floor. It's like carpeting.
Oh, hold on a second. Yes, it is detectable, but there might be. Well, it's like when is the gasoline on the planet going to disappear? Oh wait, this year because 2021. All right, I'll shut up now. Fuck.
It was exactly 80,001 feet deep. Got down here. Very soft floor. Very soft floor. It's like carpeting almost. I can't very see floor that much. Wait, what is that? Hear something. In the distance sounds like wolves. There can't be wolves down here. There are lots of skeletons, but no carcass on these skeletons, maybe. I cannot explain this. I should have brought a gun, or maybe a little native boy to help me down here. If I do not make it out of this life, one day these dead are found, and the proper people are paid money in my family. We will get to them later. Okay, let's see here. Let me follow the sound of the howling. It sounds blood curdling. I wonder if this is being picked up on this crude instrument I'm using to record sound. But I'm coming up over the bridge here. It looks like there is a lit room down here. There's lit room. Oh my god. All of these wolves, they're dancing and making love. It's a giant. That's a giant werewolf orgy at the center of the earth. This is very disturbing. I hope you do not see me. I think I might have been spotted. The big one over there. He's looking at me. He's winking and calling me over. I do not know what is happening, but I'm feeling the urge to go down into the wolf's pit of sweat and howling and sexual dirty stink of reminds me of the smell coming from Lewis and Clark's cabana. I shall return with more after I check this out. I do not know what's going on down.
This is hurting my brain.
So he's calling me over. I must go now. He's getting mad. Okay. I will be back a little bit more with the journey to the center of the earth.
Let's listen to a remix of a Most Def song called Beef. The remix is by El Nin 2K.
This song is dedicated to all the loved ones, particularly my man Big Pun, Scott the Rock, Big and Pop, Freaky Ty, Big L, so many, Aaliyah Left Eye, all our loved ones, Jam Master Jay. Listen, beef is not what Jay said to Nas. Beef is when the working folks can't find jobs, so they tryna find niggas to rob, tryna find bigger guns for them to finish the job. Beef is when the crack babies can't find moms, cause they end up behind box, I lock behind bars. Beef ain't the summer jam for Hot 97. Beef is the cocaine and AIDS epidemic. Beef don't come with a radio edit. Beef is when the judge is calling you defendant. Beef, it comes with a long jail sentence, handed down to you in a few short minutes. Beef is when your girl come through for a visit to tell you how she pregnant by some other nigga. Beef is high blood pressure and bad credit. Need a loan for your home, but you're too broke to get it. And all your little kids is doing is getting bigger. You trying not to raise them around these wild niggas. Beef is when a gold nigga got your seat and a manicure handout like, pay me nigga. Ha. Or I'm telling your wife and starting up some foul rumor that'll ruin your life. Beef is when the gangster ain't doing it right, and other gangsters done decided what to do with his life. Beef is not what these famous niggas do on the mic. Beef is what George Bush would do in the fight. Beef is Miss Wallace still don't know who shot Biggie. And beef is Well Done Herb not being here with me when a soldier ends his life with his own gun. Beef is trying to figure out what to tell his son. Beef is oil prices and geopolitics. Beef is Iraq, the West Bank, and Gaza Strip. Some beef is big and some beef is small, but charcoal beef is not beef at all. Beef is real life happening every day, and it's realer than them songs that you gave to K Slay. This has been a real nigga PSA from Most Def, Pretty Flacco, Black Dante, and the Black Star Embassy. B to the K. B to the K.
He's from Brooklyn.
Most Def. B to the K.
Nick the Rat is definitely Def Most.
B to the K. Most Def.
So what I was saying earlier about entropy, I wrote it in the chat. It's the only thing that matters is the sun, the solar system, the star that the star's entropy. I was getting confused because like the computer's entropy depends on the sun. Basically, everything in our solar system depends on the sun. That's where all the energy comes from. Even though if you think it's like, oh, it's a gasoline or trees or coal or even wind or any of that, without the sun being there, because even like if the sun runs out of energy, it collapses and then explodes, and then collapses again into a black hole. Either way, it's probably going to destroy. When our sun is destroyed, I think it destroys everything in the solar system. I don't know how it cleans up. Either way, it won't matter really too much what the fuck is on the planet without a sun being there. Catch me sun outside. There might be bacteria that could live in 0 Kelvin. Would it even be 0 Kelvin? Well, I guess the total entropy would be like 100% complete zero entropy might be a myth. There might not ever have been zero. There might not ever be 100%. Okay, I'm really pretty drunk right here. Let's listen to. Maybe we should listen to Zindu. Zindu? Zindu, are you there? Where's the beer? Where's the beer at? Cheers.
Everybody, it's Zindu probably coming to you for the last time ever. Now you might be like, "Oh fuck, Zindu, why are you leaving us?" And I'll tell you, it's because I'm selling out. Fucking Ellen DeGeneres. They should. I'm sure somebody made the joke about being Ellen Degenerate or something, right?
You're quitting?
She was apparently a really mean boss. I don't fucking know what she did. She's probably fucking hanging out with Joss Whedon and sharing stories about how they fake fuck with people. I don't know. Either way, she said she's quitting her show. She said she had a gut feeling that it's not because she's fucking old and rich and has better things to do with her time, like playing with her girlfriend's her panties or whatever. Like, hey, you know, after a while, well, then again, maybe she loved doing it. Maybe she really liked being a talk show host. But boy, oh boy, she wasn't very. It wasn't very fun to watch. Like, every show would be the same thing. It'd be like a scripted conversation with somebody. She'd shake her little fucking chicken legs and do a crappy fake laugh. It was no fuck. Was that kid and that girl on that show? Fuck, I don't know. It wasn't that good though. But you know, either way, I'm taking the slot up. I think whatever her network was, what was it? ABNB, TPIT. I don't fucking know what her fucking CIA. I don't know who she was working for, but I'm gonna fill in for her slot. I'm a shoo-in. I can smell it already. And if I don't get the job, then Nick, I was just joking. I'll be back later, but I don't think I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna probably get. I'm taking all your liquor here. I'm getting the fuck out of here, and I'll see you guys never again. This is Hindu. I hope you had a great week, and I hope you have a great life. Because I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm gonna make some of that TV money, motherfuckers. I'm gonna shake my legs. Have pre-scripted conversations with celebrities as I fucking sell my soul down the river for fucking bullshit. Anyway, bye.
You can also email me at nick@nicktherat.com. And the fun thing is reading when you're really drunk and you can't see. I think I dropped the email machine on the floor. There we go. I got it. There is one gas blast, I think, that came through. I don't overlook you, gas blaster. Who would win in a fight between a New York soy boy, or they wrote or who would win in a fight between a New York City soy boy and a Seattle bugman? I mean, who would win in a fight between a New York City soy boy, or who would win in a fight? Comma with a dot. A New York City soy boy or a Seattle bugman. There we go. I fixed the question, and I have like 3 of my eyes closed right now. Probably a Seattle bugman. I've bumped into a couple of these New York City soy boys, and they have broken apart like wet tofu. And I have smelled the Seattle bugman, and it has singed my nose hair. So they probably would win. They would just melt the soy boy with the smell alone. It's hotter. It's hot out there. Stop burning flies. I don't burn flies. Is there any other gas blast? I don't know if there is. It one word or is it 2 words? Is there a space between gas blast? Diane, come on. We gotta make the system better here. No, that's all of them. It's too delicious to believe. Wow, it's almost 2 in the morning. It's late night. But it's a good night. It's pretty good, you know. If you're alive and you're not under too much stress, then it's okay. I'm sure there's people under some heavy duty stress constantly, and that just cannot be no bueno. It's you gotta de-stress whenever possible. But the weird thing is like if you de-stress too much, then you can't drive your car. You can't, like, if you're driving your car, but you're so stressed that you want to relax, that you don't really use the steering wheel. But if you're too relaxed, you might fucking hit a soy boy or a Seattle bugman. You gotta be able to get in there, start to wave your arm around like you're saying hello to people. Let's listen to Soulist with The Everlasting. Not if Entropy has anything to say about that. The hell is this? Thank you, Servo. Hello, caller.
Whoa!
Are you in a wind tunnel?
It should correct itself. If it's horrible, I'll call you on another line.
Wait, what? What? No, this is fine. What?
Okay.
Are you in a wind tunnel though?
No, I mean, I'm driving through wind.
Oh my God, you're driving and on the phone with me. This is. Oh my God, I just dropped my beer.
I got it on hands-free. I'm completely... Well, actually, in my
Oh,
state, you
you're
don't even need to be hands-free unless you're by a school.
As long as your hands are not on the steering wheel, you're fine.
You can't drive with your knee. Oh, wait, you live in New York and you're a rat. You can't drive with your knees. Do rats even have knees?
Rats have knees, yes. I was watching the news earlier, and I was talking about how stressed out. There was a whole news story about people letting the Tesla drive their car with the automatic thing, and people took a picture of a 26-year-old in the back seat of his car.
Yeah.
Not driving the car because he let the Tesla drive it, and people were taking pictures, and he's like waving, and the cops went there, and they arrested him for some weird some weird driving law, but the law doesn't make sense because he wasn't driving.
Yeah, but the thing is neither was the car, technically.
No, yeah, the car
legally,
wasn't driving. It was just going straight forward and not hitting anything. Which is scary.
If you have proper alignment on your car, you should be able to go straight forward without hitting anything.
This is true. Well, in New York, though.
So you were saying that you were saying right before I went outside, you were saying, isn't it weird that all of the things that allow humans to cope with being human
Yeah.
make it so that they can't do things that humans do, like driving or, operating cranes, driving a subway or a bus, for instance. And that is weird, isn't it?
Wait. I think I'm either too drunk or I don't understand what you just said. You said humans to cope, they can't drive a bus? What?
Yeah. No, like all the stuff, like like if you want to relax or decompress,
Okay, yeah.
like any chemical that you put into your body is going to make it so that you can't, for instance, drive to the store to buy another lager.
Yes.
And you were, I think, I don't know, you probably didn't mean this, and maybe in your subconscious you did, but you might be talking about like benzodiazepam and those sort of things. So like for instance, anti-anxiety medicine comes in a couple of flavors. One of them would be the benzos, bars on the street. Those are a psychological depressant, like alcohol is, for instance, right?
They're different though. Alcohol. Actually, how does alcohol affect the
Benzos are
brain?
different than alcohol.
How does alcohol affect the brain? You drink it and it stops the synapse in your brain, or does it connect synapses in your brain? Or
Man,
does it?
You know what? I
release
was just complaining about this 2 days ago. Human biologists, they just sound like they're full of shit every time they publish a paper. So how does alcohol affect the brain? It gets converted into formaldehyde in your liver. Is that correct? Kidneys, something?
I actually have no idea.
Ethanol. So you drink ethanol, and it gets converted into
piss.
Formaldehyde. Well, yeah. Because the reason it gets converted into piss is because formaldehyde gets sent through your body, and it's actually not called formaldehyde. They have a cutesy name for it. I think it's actually formalin, and that causes your organs to constrict. In order to constrict, they have to push something out, and not themselves out, so they push water out. And then your blood goes, oh, there's too much water, we got to get rid of this. So but I don't actually know the mechanism. Alcohol is a depressant. That's the only thing I know. I don't know that it actually slows down your brain.
It just fucks your whole entire body up with water and squeezing.
Well, yeah, that's the reason. So like So if you've been drinking, especially shit like gin or what's that? All the Dutch beers. No offense to Dutch beers, but is it Rolling Rock? Is that a Dutch? No, Heineken. And Rolling Rock's a Dutch beer too, isn't it?
I think Heineken's an American beer that's made in Germany now or something. Not too sure.
Oh well, oh god. Well, I can't remember, but there's certain types of alcohol. Like, okay, so for instance, there's some people that can't drink red wine because it has tannins, and tannins is something that comes from the wood that the wine is stored in, and it leaches into the wine, and some people get migraine or cluster headaches from that. But anyway, yeah.
Do you think we're at peak knowledge?
No, not even friggin' close. I mean, I think that there's a lot of science being done, which is good, and there's a lot of science being done because people don't want to get a real job. You know?
I read an article, I think I was going to discuss it on the show, from The Atlantic, where they were talking about an XCD comic, XDCD. The stick figure.
XKCD, yeah.
The stick figure smart comic.
Yeah.
And they talk about how the
Patrick Monroe.
and they say, oh, scientific papers only come out so they could like downplay their friends, like, oh, Joe wrote a thing about how this happens. Well, I'm going to write an article about it. And most scientific papers are just lost in time and don't really matter at all.
Yeah. Well, I try to.
XKCD.
I try to. Yeah, XKCD. I try to save scientific papers in long-term storage. I don't know how effective I'm going to be. I'm just one person, right? But what I try to read scientific papers. If somebody's like, "Oh, this proves what I'm saying is correct," I'll read the scientific paper. But I mean, it's a lot of shout-outs to prior research and stuff. And there was a ton of studies done in 2018 and 2019, meta studies, like meta in the sense that everybody giggles at, where it was like, hey, none of this stuff is actually reproducible. And you could make an argument it's not reproducible because you don't have the equipment, like we hand built the equipment to do this. But like if it was actually true, you should be able to see it with some other equipment.
Well, reproducible
Right, so
also, you can't reproduce time. What you did then, you cannot ever do again. But that's kind of
cute.
It's kind of stretching it too. But it's
No, it isn't.
true.
It isn't because field programmable gate array is like a chip that you can like write random stuff to and get it to do random stuff. It's like a processor, you know, like a processor that you can just like have it do like literally random stuff. Like you can just dump random stuff into it. And they've proven that if you write random stuff to it and then you say, no, you're wrong, Mr. Chip, and you ditch that random number and you put another one in, you can keep doing that until the chip does what you want. For instance, you can have a chip that you speak into a microphone, hello, and it turns a light on, and you say goodbye, and it shuts the light off. Where the chip doesn't understand what a light is or what a microphone is, there's no software involved or anything like that. But they found that when they took this chip, because they wanted to present it in front of, you know, like a peer review, they took this chip to like another college and they put it in the auditorium and they set it down, they hooked the microphone up and everything, and it didn't work. They brought it back to their lab and it worked fine. Because
is this true?
Time was yes. It's oh my god, I can give you the guy's name, but I'll probably have to email it to you because
don't
I
worry
don't
about
look
it.
it up
Yeah,
right
if you
now.
can
But
get
the
it to me
guy
at one
was
point. This is very interesting.
it was a it was a what's the big university in England? There's Oxford and there's another one. Not Cambridge, because
it's
Cambridge
the place
is
that
in
Harry Potter
Massachusetts.
went to, right? It was Hogwarts.
No. Durngard.
But that's like the
but I wanted to
random
say-
number theory. That's why did it worked when they brought it back to the fucking their labs? Is it because of a dimmer light or something?
No. So they had a chip that they were feeding garbage to, and then they would approve the chip. Like it's like machine learning or AI evolutionary algorithm
Cambridge?
and all this other stuff more. So basically, I want to. It wasn't Cambridge. It was not Oxford either. It wasn't Cambridge or Oxford. It was the other one. The big. There's like a big Potter's Field. Have you ever been to Potter's Field? Is it a real thing?
I want to go to Poggers Field.
Poggers, papaya, orange, and guava. It's delicious. But you were saying that it's super weird that like when humans are able to cope with their surroundings, that they suddenly can't operate heavy equipment, and that begs the question,
Oh, you
and
have
that
to be
means
careful,
the literal
yeah.
sense of begs the question. It begs the question: why are we allowed to operate heavy machinery?
It also becomes
without-
second. It becomes like second nature. You don't even really operate the machinery. It just happens. Like when you're driving a car,
yeah.
you're really not thinking about driving the car because it would just drive you crazy. You're like, I'm in a piece of metal flying down the street. I could crush people. You're not thinking that. You're thinking nothing because your body just takes over.
There's like 2,400. There's like 24,000 explosions per minute happening.
Oh yeah,
or something.
It's like there's magic going on, and if you think about it, it's going to distract you, and won't work. You kind of have to just let go.
Yes, but yeah.
And feel it. You
I
feel
don't.
like,
I'll never
like
understand it, man. Everybody's so concerned about all this stuff, and it just hurts. It hurts.
some people
just
are bored
take your
and
medicine.
ignored by reality. A lot of there's a small minority that are ignored by reality that want attention, and they're given attention because it makes a nice headline. It's easy to
This is
sell.
Stillwater from Spearfish. That's a headline, right? Gotta go.
Is this Interstellar? Docking? Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio, where we are experimenting with reality to the point where we almost break it. Why not break reality into little itty bitty pieces and then fucking throw them all over the place? The hell's going on back here, man? New York City is such garbage. It smells like piss, and the people there, they're either like tourists trying to having a good time, or people that don't want to live there trying to steal money from tourists. It's more than that. There's a lot more. There's a lot more than just that going on here. It's not all bad either. I am very drunk. Let's listen to the last tape we got here. Wait, we got a call come through. What is this here? Hello, caller.
What is going on behind you? They cleared out. Like
it vanished. I think there was a troop. There was like a meet and greet. Fucking.
They were like throwing down like.
Might have been for it.
Looked like a country line dance.
It might have been for like a YouTube
That's
video.
what it looked like.
It was probably some bull crap.
Don't lie to yourself. You know it was a TikTok video.
It could have been. And should I be upset about that? No, I shouldn't really care.
No, yeah, I mean that's to each his own.
Very much, but it's very hard not to not care, and that's entropy.
we both have entropy. Is there like a verb for that? To entropy, entropy.
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 Let's see. Entropy is the destruction of stuff. Entrepreneur. No.
Yeah.
Entropying. Entropide. Entropissing.
That's
I don't think you could
whatever.
actively do it. It's like a inanimate, like you don't control your heartbeat, right?
Yeah.
Do you think if we
true.
talked about controlling
And
your
that's,
heartbeat,
I mean,
we could?
Isn't it the idea that something's going to fail eventually? At
Oh,
the end of
man.
the day, that's what it is. I mean, that's what it breaks down to.
Caller, do you think it would be messed up if I had a podcast where I try to give somebody a heart attack?
I think the Japanese have already done that.
Like Art Bell did it with the weather system. He got a lot of people to think about somebody to have a. He controlled the weather, and it freaked him out. Imagine if somebody did like a mass gathering of minds to stop somebody's heart with like a willing person to think about it too.
That could probably be done with like the pacemakers and whatnot that are throughout the world.
Like Dr. Kevorkian would help people that didn't want to live, right? This is getting real dark.
Yeah.
But whatever.
No, that was local news. So.
An entropy pod. We could have people go into little pods, like a tank. Those sensory deprivation tanks, and it'll just be a TV screen of people saying, "I'm thinking of you having heart failure," and the person in the pod will think it too, and the entropy fairy will come and take them away. Would that be illegal?
So do you mean when they're to that point that they want to pass?
Well, yeah, like say you're having a lot of pain in life and you go to Dr. Kevorkian and he's like, I can't do it because drugs, lawmen, and all that. But like, if you are not using law, if you're using the power of your own brain and the motivation of your peers to stop your heart, this is a horrible conversation. I should stop here.
No, but I mean that would probably be more humane than if a person was to that point and then you talk them to
not a crime,
not existing anymore. I guess I don't know. Yeah, I can see the darkness in that now.
And if it didn't work, like if you're like, I want to end my life, I'm gonna go into this deprivation
well, I guess
chamber.
you're gonna live. I don't know. You're lucky. Go buy a lottery ticket. Get it
now. Captain Kirk actually, William Shatner, or the person that tweets for William Shatner taught me something recently. Somebody was talking about like cryptocurrencies, and like, oh, you can't hold it in your hand, it's not real. And then William Shatner was like, what about your dreams? Your fucking and your opinion. I can't hold that in my hand, so it doesn't matter. Fuck out of here. It's kind of true though. Who? Wait. Okay. Well, do you know about cryptocurrencies at all?
Do I what?
Do you know about cryptocurrencies at all?
Yeah, I know it's him.
Do you just have to make an equation and name it? Is it kind of like profiting off of naming equations or algorithms? Like a set of equations? Like, oh, I'm going to name this set of equations. I got paid money. It's very strange.
From that aspect, that essentially, and then the amount of like that's my issue with it. It seems like the amount of dollars that it takes to create it.
Can you buy the equation you name? Like Satoshi, we don't know who he is, but do we know the creator of Dogecoin? Do we know the creator of Ethereum? Ethereal?
Supposedly we do, don't we? I thought we did.
Do they own stock? Can they buy? Is that even?
Because wasn't like Dogecoin supposed to be like a joke? But
it was. It's
yeah.
And it kind of proves that Bitcoin's kind of a joke, and maybe that's why Elon. Oh,
And there's somebody that's running around saying, "Hey, it was a joke." So,
but also, what is the dollar?
going.
The dollar's just a fucking number. Everything is kind of a joke, but we kind of need to have.
Pretty much when it stopped being backed by anything. That's, I mean,
it's what is it?
I think maybe the dollar not being backed by anything is what has spawned cryptocurrency.
It really did.
So it's like this fake enumerator. That's on top of that is like an NFT.
Well, what about the
So,
FTs?
If I was to get a NTR original, I don't think it would be as valuable as a NTR NFT.
What is more valuable, an NFT or a FT? An FT is like culture. It's a fungible token. You could funge it. So I think I'd rather a fungy thing than a non-fungy thing. Can you funge that? No, I don't want that shit. Can you funge it? Yes. All right. Let's all have it.
If you want funge for all, is what you're saying.
I guess it's kind of communist or socialist, or maybe it's just fun. It's a culturalist. I want
when it comes to
the spread. Everybody has a little bit.
When it comes to
something,
the online experience, everybody should have fun.
Life in general, though, there's a, I don't know. Should assholes not partake within life? Like the people that have money, not most of them. Okay, some people that have money are assholes. Some people that don't have money are assholes.
The universal truth of the universe.
But you still got to do work. You can't just be a fucking lump on a log. You're a lump on a log.
But a universal truth of the universe all around us is that there are always assholes.
Have you ever heard of a community center?
Navigate through the asshole.
Have you, caller? Have you ever heard of a community center?
Community center?
Yes, a community center.
Yeah.
You've heard of them?
Yeah.
What?
No, I mean of a center.
Have you ever heard of a community center?
Yeah, like a building that's a center of the community.
Is that like, how hard would it be to have a real community center? Like a tax haven in a community where people could work for the community. and make it like a tax haven, a community center.
Do you mean like they're like
a
growing vegetables and
sort of like that? Yeah.
producing only for the community around them or something like that, to that nature? Or?
A little bit, yeah, something like that.
No, I mean, are you talking like localized, or are you talking something that's good for a lot of areas around it?
Sometimes when I take showers, I think about how to make life better for everybody. And I think we don't have very good community centers right now. Like even like a place to shower. Like there should be in every community center there should be a cop. There should be a doctor. There should be a florist, a bot. There should be like everybody. There should be like a part of a brain for every thought possible in each community center. When I think of a community center now, I think of government people that don't care, where you could go if you really, 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 really desperately need help. But I think it should be more bigger. I think it needs to be bigger and better.
Do you think that the private sector does not supply enough? Or?
Well, the I don't know. There's
you know
a
what
problem
I'm saying?
with.
You know, I'm not. That's just.
I'm also
I'm
just
not,
spitballing too. I know. We're not.
Yeah, it's
we're
just
not
a question I'm asking. It's not whether I disagree or agree with you, but
the private sector is private. You don't know what they're doing. They might have some books, but the books are what they show you. People lie. The problem that people
True.
lie. There's a lot of fucked up.
Yeah.
Once you throw a human into the mix,
yeah,
it gets a little dirty. It gets dirty.
that happens all too often in the inner city, I think, because I don't.
It happens all over in the big city, inner city, outer city.
The sad, well, and that's the sad thing about. Well, it does too. Well,
it just has a happier face in happier places.
Areas. Yeah.
It's like, oh, these people are already happy. Well, I could suck the life out of them, and they're still happy.
Yeah.
But if I go into a shit place and I suck the life out of those people, it's
yeah.
When you're a vampire and you're sucking the blood out of a big fat bloody human, they're good. But if you're sucking the blood out of a little thin dwindling human, it looks bad. But you're still doing the same thing. You're still fucking sucking the life out of them, no matter what shape the person you're sucking the life out of is in.
Definitely. That's
blood's blood. Kevbot.
The amount of suck dictates the community.
I don't know.
Basically.
Do you know your neighbor?
You know what I'm saying? No. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if it's happening in an area that doesn't have as much money, it's happening to probably the same percentages it's happening in an area that does have a lot of money.
Yeah, but it's like a speed bump. When you have a car that only goes 5 miles per hour, does not matter.
Yeah. The bump feels the same regardless.
Well, no, actually, wait. Actually, if the car that's going 5 miles per hour doesn't feel the speed bump, but it's a bad analogy.
No, no.
If you're going 60 and you hit a speed bump, you're going to go flying. But the
price of the car dictates how you're going to feel the speed bump.
Your shocks. I guess the shocks. People are the shocks. What year were springs invented?
Jeez.
That must have been a crazy year. And why did we start putting springs in beds? I guess that makes sense. It was like, hey, let's put Let's put
It's
the springs
interesting.
in the bed. You could. I would just imagine beds to be big, like big pillows. There's like a giant pillow. Put some fucking
I
soft
think
shit
they
in
were
there.
at one point. They were just like stuffed with like goose feathers.
Yeah. But it was like, hey, let's put some fucking metal springs in there. Yes.
But I think they got expensive after a while.
That's probably true. Yeah.
That's why we only have goose pellet pillows to sleep on.
So metal is cheaper than, well, it's more economical, I guess, because you don't need
Goose
it as much.
down. Yeah, both. Yeah. I think they used to stuff them with all sorts of weird things because, like,
Buckwheat.
depending
You ever
on
have a
your,
buckwheat bed? You sleep
I
on
was just gonna say that like, depending on your economic level back in the day, it's probably like some of them were stuffed with hay, so you slept in hay.
Go sleep in the...
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that I wouldn't count that.
Better than the floor. I'll take the hay.
Yeah, exactly. Like chopping branches off a pine tree would probably be better than the floor.
Man, imagine sleeping on hay. You probably wake up because like a straw of hay went up your nose or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Or in your ear or up your ass.
Especially
There's
if
so
you
many
had a
places hay could get into. I don't
hay allergy. If you had
into your
hay fever.
synapses. It's fucking yeah.
But I think, I mean, a lot of people used to sleep in hay back in the day, down by the bay. They just may.
I think
sleep
there's
in
somebody
hay.
making a rap video in the streets of New York City right here. Sorry. Here. You're watching the video.
That guy right there with the look at the pictures.
He's
He's
getting
doing
all
the
up into
poses.
that camera person's face.
That or he's a boxer. He's a boxer, maybe. You think? He's on Showbox this weekend. Like, come on! Do they have? Are they allowing like full capacity outside of Saturday Night Live in New York now, or no?
I don't know. I think the only thing I know, restaurants might be like a third capacity. I actually have no fucking clue. I have no idea what the hell's going on anymore. I stopped keeping up with it.
Weird.
It didn't really ever affect my life. Like I'm living my best life ever because I live underground in a sewer. So it's I didn't have to change too much.
Are you typically a recluse?
I'm a rat loose.
Either or.
I think the rap battle's over in New York City. Caller.
Why is there always people like flying through there? Like some dude just flew through there on something. I don't know what he was on.
Have you ever been to this area right here? I've taken pictures of myself on my webcam while I was in here.
Oddly enough, I was there in like 1985, I believe.
It's different now.
And yeah, no, I don't even freaking recognize that, dude.
This is all big money, big prizes now. It's not.
I know where that. I totally know where that is, but it looks like totally different than it did then. I can picture where I took pictures at, or my parents took pictures at because I was young, very young then.
I would say most of the people that you've seen in this video have been in New York for less than 10 years.
Really?
I would say most people you've seen in this video, yes.
Okay.
But then again, I don't know. That's like a totally ignorant thing for me to say. But I would say that most people that are in this area would be like, "Oh, I'm here for the weekend." So I'm going to say that's under 10 years, definitely. But I don't know. It smells like piss out there. It's expensive. It smells like piss. There's a lot of variety though. It's good for if you want variety, but it's still just trying to suck the life out of you. It's like Entropy. New York City.
Entropy
is the fucking.
There's songs about that, right?
Color, where do you live? State. You don't have to give exact area if you don't want to. But I actually have no idea where you're from, even though I do see your. I think I do see your area code shows up with the number, but.
I'm sorry. I was drinking.
Caller? Caller?
Hello, Nicorette. I have proposition for you. I hear about your penis candle. I might be able to come with it from a different angle, maybe you haven't thought of. Perhaps the Nicorette ass candle. You know, for the discerning nose that enjoys the ass of a rat. You might not have explored this avenue already. I'm ready to market it. Fully go from container to product to shipping. We'll have global domination with the people that I know. This ass candle will go worldwide. It will be the Nicorette ass candle. So the terms are I would own 120% of the company. You would give me 20% of the dick candle.
Let's go to the next caller here. We got another voicemail.
Hi, this is Shelley from BMW Sewer. I'm looking for a Nicholas the Rat. We have your V60 BMW 420 CC 420. Oh, that's a double 420. Oh, it's a great package there. Very exciting. I'm so excited for you. You're ready to come and pick it up? You can call me back at 816-423-3430. There's extra phone numbers. There's extra numbers because
Boy?
just believe we need extra numbers. Just be
Yeah,
sure to give us a call and we'll be ready to pick it up. Bye.
You cocksucker. I hear you all bowl after bowl podcast.
Oh, you heard me on the Bowl
You
After
don't
Bowl podcast?
cook eggs, boy.
Did you enjoy
eat
the
them
show?
raw.
Was that fun? Was that fun? A good episode?
You suck, boy. You fucking cocksucker.
It wasn't that bad of an episode. I thought it was pretty entertaining. I don't know.
Welcome back to the possibly final recording. We came on with the wolf. It turns out that all the carcasses in the hole, they took the fur and they made little costumes for themselves to dance around in. Underneath, they're just people. They not very magical, but they told me that I could join them if I give them my money and have sex with their leader. Now, I've never very smart to me. They say that group is called NXIVM, run by a master, what is his name? Reindeer? I don't know, it's some animal name. I do not know, but I think this sounds like a very good offer. I think I must give my life to these people that I just met now. I have no idea who they are, or I am actually very worried for my life, a little bit. But I still have an erection and nothing else really to do or place to go home. Lewis and Clark has killed my family. And they made their way across America. And I will not become famous for this. This is not my route to fame. But I think I shall stay in the hole and make love.
Dan, I can't hear anything.
My possessions. And I hope one day these tapes are released and my heritage is remembered. All hail the furries.
Dan, I can't hear anything there. This show's a bust. Do we have to post this? We do? Oh. All right. Look, everybody. I don't believe these recordings came from 1806. I don't believe that there was a whole 18,001 feet or 80,001. I think it was 80,001 feet down deep. That led to some lycanthropian furries having sex orgies in a cult. This doesn't make any goddamn sense. Nothing's real. Entropy is happening quicker and quicker. I'm showing you the proof, people. You're seeing the results. Don't be miles away by Neon Rapture. Good night, everybody. We'll be back next week with more fun in the sewer. I hope you are feeling great and not worrying too much about entropy. osmosis process a little bit. It lubed it up. I thought it just lubed up the osmosis effect. It makes the walls thinner. The walls get thinner and the things pass through walls quicker. It's alcohol. That's why they call it spirits, because it lets things pass through things. It's a spiritual awakening of the. I don't fucking know. Do I look like a scientist? Do I look like I get paid to stake my life on my thoughts? If I staked my life on my thoughts, oh fuck. I hope they're sure of what they're saying.
Here's to the Prof of Geology, master of all natural history. Rare boy he, and rare boys we, to know such a big curiosity. To the Prof, aye, 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 aye. To the Prince, aye, 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 aye. To the Dick, aye, 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 aye.
Sorry.
Don't kill animals! Rats